Yes, indeed. Thank you so much to the desk. What an exciting game this is going to be. I really can't wait for it. Astralis and NRG getting on the way in here on train, and looks like a pretty quick push towards Ivy as Glaive will take a headshot first, dropping Tarek. Magis goes down next, and Cirque's going to be hunting down Glaive. So a pretty good trade there for NRG. They're going to be able to take care of Dupree, and they follow it up on Sip. What a great push to that A yard, and now it's all on Device. Out here trying to snipe away. The bomb will go down, and he's on 2 health. This is looking great for the American side.
Yeah, that was a relentless attack. It just never stopped. Some great trades coming out of the entrance of Ivy, and Device in an impossible situation. Can't take a single bullet. I think this is something Astralis is going to have to be prepared for. This pistol needs to put them on notice. This is the NRG style. They are going to be very, very aggressive in attacking the bomb sites. Once the contact begins, once the action begins, it's just going to be all over the place. And Device is going to back away, try and save what armor he can. Even being hunted by Stanislaw, a couple of shots, has to reload, but now his position is given up. It's only Stan really actually chasing after him. Gets to a headshot angle, and he should be safe.
Try and see if he can even save the flashbang, and they're going to find him at the end. So nothing is saved, and oh yeah. That's Stan shouting at them. I love that. He's usually a little bit quiet, isn't he?
No, but good. I mean, and they've also watched, you know, the shouting that Liquid has done, and maybe they're taking a note out of that book and saying, oh, we've seen it actually have an impact. And
hell yeah, let's do that.
It also helps. I mean, listen, American teams have obviously been doing things like that since the dawn of time.
Yeah, but they went away again.
Well, they always used to suck. So
Yeah,
I mean, there was that.
Now it's back.
Now that they're good, you know, it's kind of cool.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I want to see even more of that. Good job, Stan. Well, the second round is going to be coming up now. 3 scouts in play, Moses. How do you feel about that?
Range of the train yard might help things out, but obviously, and also, I mean, if a bomb site is lost, you can just back away and save those for the next round. The tactic here, obviously, trying to bait them into the Deagle of Magisk. Trying to soften one up for the other player to find the kill. There's actually 3 players really grouped up around Ivy at the moment, with Dupree just behind that first train.
You know, because of that new economy, we usually say now that the pistol rounds don't matter so much, but I think when you're playing T-side train, I actually think winning the pistol round is a big deal. We've seen so many, even really good train teams struggle to find rounds on this T-side once the CT economy sets in, so good job on NRG for winning that first round. I think it's going to have a pretty big impact. Now they just need to close this one out as well. Going to be ducking right under that bullet, it seemed. That was actually very close. And now Device here with the scout. Has to be some headshots for this to work out. I think now, when they have 3 of them left, those body shots might not be enough. And
Dupree's in a position where it's really difficult for him to get away. Once the utility is thrown, he backs off. You can see him slink over towards the bomb train just to get into a safer position, a position with more options. Trading places with Glaive, who's got the CZ.
And waiting inside of the smoke, Glaive, just counting the seconds. He's probably waiting for some sort of grenade that lands behind him. It's a good opportunity, and he will get the kill at least on 1. 20 seconds left as they're making their way towards the yard. Should be able to get the bomb plant down. These scouts are not really meant to stop any kind of bomb plants. Can, as we love to say, shoot under the train, but Sip will land a shot on Ethan at least. But they're going to be backing out and saving the scouts for another round, which I think is a reasonable choice.
Absolutely. I mean, not geared for retakes in any way whatsoever. Might try and get some exit kills. But either way, a second round for NRG. I think you're exactly right. These maps that can just feel so T-sided as well at times once the economy gets going. It's like that pistol round. It's not necessary. Losing it does make things harder, so it's just a nice like pressure that gets lifted off your shoulders. You get that first round, if you convert the second, then all of a sudden you're feeling really, really good. You got a buffer of rounds to work with.
I always look back to a team like Mouse Sports that are like a cool trained team, but we've seen them sometimes have really hard T-sides where they just don't find what they need. So
I think the big one that the maps that always sticks out, and in my mind, if you're gonna go with Mouse Sports on train, was what Boston Major when they lost to QV Fire. They're up like 13-2 and lost the second half 14-1.
That's when it started. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. If you're a Mouse Sports player, I'm sorry for bringing that up again.
Those were some really hard losses. I can't remember if I've seen that much of them since Kerrigan joined, so it's possible that some of that has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've seen other teams do it. They're not the only example. They're just the most sort of horrific one, I think, that comes to my mind. Ethan, pretty quick. Again, got to be careful about those scouts. They are still in play, and 3 of them could definitely do a lot. Flashbang to make the crossing a bit safer as Dupree and Glaive both go down, starting the round. Tarek down to 23, but it doesn't really matter at this point. They have already done enough in this round, so Now it's just a question of not losing any guns and clearing out the round with not much of an issue here. 3 for NRG very early on. You like to see that here.
Very early and very quick. And also, shout out to the desk, I think it was Pimp who mentioned the battle that might be going down between Cirque and Device. In the last series they played at Pro League Season 9, it was those two leading the way for their team. Cirque had 67 kills in the series, Device had 68. It was a best of 3 victory for NRG, including a 16-13 victory on Train.
Bang on Sip, and he's not going to be allowed to get away. Yeah, that could be really fun. Cirque is a fun Orbital to watch when he's really feeling the game a lot.
He is. This whole team has some very exciting players. It was just funny to think, like, you, at one point, watching that NRG Liquid map the other day, where you're just like, there's so much skill in the server.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much talent on some of these players individually. Guys like Ethan, guys like Breeze, you know, this is about that time. You know, they've been kind of riding off of potential, you know, especially, you know, since some of their times in some of the lower tier North American professional teams of how good they can be, and this is where they need to show how good they are.
Looking back now, I really feel like we didn't get enough out of the NACS meme. We should have used it when we could, even more.
You guys got a pretty good amount of ground on that one.
But a couple of years where it was really in play, but now looking back, I just, you know, I wish I could have used it more. It's too late now, but...
You missed your chance.
I did. Well, round number 4. See if Astralis takes the chance here to win a round, put one on the board early on, and build the economy. This is something that NRG are going to be enjoying this round, is the fact that they are not going to be running into all the Molotovs and everything else. A bit of a weird fight there. Breeze going down.
And I think the game is up. They've already started to throw utility. Footsteps are being made. Xipnix, he's going to try and hold on, but a flashbang comes in. Doesn't do a whole lot. Glave's going to try and pick up the pieces. It's not going to happen. 3 players alive inside of that B bomb site. Cirque's getting the bomb plant in a great position with that AWP. But Stanislaw, Device has no idea this is happening, and that's an easy kill. And now I think Astralis has to back away.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a great play for Stan towards the end. I think Clay was standing on top of the fire there trying to get the kill up on the high ground. So he was actually all in on picking up 2, which I guess if he had, would have probably made a pretty big difference. Because if he gets 2 kills, then somebody's planting the bomb while the other guy's defending. I mean, that could have definitely made a difference, but...
I think the big difference it would have made was Device wouldn't have been watching for the push down those lanes. He would have maybe been a little bit more focused all the way down. He was just looking to his left. Regardless, a 4th round for NRG and an AWP taken away from Astralis. A costly AWP. Device purchased that with no armor behind it.
All right.
Can you give us a woo? Give us your best woo. You just want a round. Think of the round in the show match. You had shotted me through a smoke at an impossible angle. Now give us a woo.
I only do the woos when I'm playing Moses, and I don't get many chances. So I'm not really well practiced. I'll find a way to do it.
All right.
We'll do more show matches in the future. we'll actually be prepared for the next one.
Please, God, no.
It'll be fine. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but not sure Astralis are enjoying this start to train. It is looking phenomenally good for NRG right now. I really can't overstate that. I think this is such a fantastic start for them. Deep Molotov followed up and just very hard to break through that. Device already backing on out. And, oh, that's one of the guns. They got to be careful. That grenade, if it blows the gun the wrong way, okay, it didn't. But if it lands behind the gun and blows it into the bomb site, man, that would not be fun.
I have to imagine that that is a strategy called knowing that it was going to be like maybe a small force up, very weaker weapons. I mean, Stanislaw just comes out upper ramp with a Molotov primed for a connector. He even just takes the shot from Xipnix. He's like, I know someone's going to deal with him. So really abusing the players that they killed in the previous round. They know that 2 weapons were saved from the players outside in the outer bomb yard. And going right back at the saving ones.
Yeah, this is really working out. Very nice fashion. 5-0, with Astralis having essentially a single round where they've had the guns that they sort of wanted, not even all the grenades. And that kind of a trend might continue just a short while longer. I mean, they're going to be able to pick up more rifles here, but it isn't exactly looking amazing at the moment. Looks like we've got an admin involved here.
Yes.
Something's going on.
I was going to say, there is a timeout. Don't have to sound the alarm bells if you're a fan of Astralis, or it's not their timeout that they're calling. They're going to have at least one more buy before they decide on that. But, yeah, some issue being worked on. Mentioned this before the game went live, just between us. You talked about Zonic. He's on your weight loss plan.
Yes, he is. I think he's doing an amazing job, honestly.
He's looking good.
It's crazy. Yeah, he was He was asking me about it for a long time, like a couple of months or something, sort of just checking up on
Doing
what
his
I was
research,
into.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like he just committed one day and just didn't ever look back. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
so,
very cool. He looks great.
Yeah. I'm real happy for him. Yeah, what a good job. 6th round now coming up, and we'll see. Astralis now with the AWP back in the hands of Device. We'll see if they can put up a really good fight. That's a great flashbang. It probably should have been a kill right there. dupreeh will return it instead, but it actually looked like the setup for that was perfect.
It was. It was exactly what you want if you're going to make that play, and I think Ethan will be frustrated. And now you start getting the utility damage. dupreeh getting a little over-aggressive, pushing through the smoke is going to even things up in a 4-on-4, but the nade damage onto those 3 NRG players is pretty deadly. That Astralis utility still doing work, and Cirque is going to lead the way down Ivy.
Eating with the AWP obviously can be very risky, but you've got the skills of Cirque. That does minimize it somewhat. He's found a deep position to look into the yard. That can be very, very useful. It is not uncommon that CTs will sort of cross this line and just forget to think about it for a second. Even if especially if there's a little bit of a distraction over on this side of the map, maybe that's what they're trying to do, just see if they can lure somebody back. Someone's going to move closer, maybe. Flashbang to check the corner over there at Brown Holes.
You can see the theory behind it as well. Number 5 player, Xyp9x, actually rotates closer towards connector to get a fast rotate towards inside because Device had to fall back. And the hope is that, you know, even Magisk might shift his position a little bit.
Smoke. Glaive getting really close. Did he see that? I'm not sure. He's got the right idea. He's right in front, and Cirque's able to see him just barely. That's a kill on Glaive and a huge one, too. But only 20 seconds. They're so low on time right now. If Magisk stays alive for more than 5 seconds, I'm not sure how they're going to get through NRG. They might have miscalculated this ever so slightly. 10 seconds now. Breeze with the headshot. They're getting through, but that's going to be a problem. Low health there on Stan. He's got the bomb and 1 health left. 4 seconds. He turns around.
No.
Oh, but they're going to get the kill just in the last second. Unbelievably close here.
What a stud from Magisk. That, I cannot believe he almost won that round with the time ticking. And again, it's the utility. It's those smokes that NRG had to come through. So confusing. Even did a pretty decent job of baiting out his position. These are great kills from Breeze. Obviously necessary at the end of the day. But Magisk almost takes a scalp out of nowhere.
And that's the tactical timeout for Astralis. That was too much. Didn't really enjoy that. I can't believe they left it that late in the round.
That was a bit risky. Obviously giving Cirque plenty of time to find a pick with that op. One in which he did, it was not by anything they did, but Glaive kind of walking into his crosshair obviously thought that smoke was going to cover up more of that choke point.
Is one of the players has Astralis spray for NRG? And the rest have NRG sprays?
Very possible. Maybe he's a big fan. What if, like, one of them, what if Cirque just walks up and he's like, can I get you guys' autograph? After they win the series?
Oh, yeah, that would be something.
That'd be cool.
He gets it and throws it in the trash can right away.
And then just drops it.
That would be a move. That would be such a good move. Ethan going to be taking down Glaive. There's a double op setup, and Meg is going to get 1 kill. Sip will follow it up with a UMP to take down Cirque and Tarek. Doing a little trick there on the ladder to avoid making too much noise. Breeze is snuck in very far, and that's an easy kill, and he could have almost followed it up there a little bit quick, and dupreeh will help out, and it looks like Astralis are on their way to their first round here. Stanislaw alone in a 1 versus 3.
And he's going to have Device, who's already pushed up towards inner. This is going to be the fight. Device coming in for the peak, should have it, and he's got it. Right to the head. First round on the board for Astralis.
Oh. Oh.
That was the weakest teabagging I've ever seen.
He did 1 dip, didn't he?
Yeah, just 1. You got to steep it for longer than that.
Yeah, it's kind of,
I don't even know anything about tea, and I know you have to do it for longer than that.
it's true, isn't it? Gotta leave him in there for a little bit. Make sure you get all the flavor out.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just be doing that.
Gotta really let him taste it.
Well, now that we've critiqued that, I'm glad we got that. I think that's important. Good piece of content there. We're into round number 8, Moses.
Round number 8, 6-1 start for NRG. Device alone inside, double op setup as Magisk has an op out towards Ivy. Very aggressive defensive stance. Xyp9x and dupreeh wanting to get close to these choke points. Deny some space over to the NRG attack. would be a great first kill. Perfectly timed flashbang in the peak with it. Not too much damage dealt, but they've neutralized Device's position.
Even, I mean, the flashbang was right in his eyes, but Device looked like he was kind of a little bit confused running back from that. I was worried in case someone was going to try and hunt him down, but none of that seemed to be the problem. This is shaping up more like kind of a B push at the moment. And with Glaive up front, Device, I'm assuming he's going to get at least smoked off from that position. The question is he going to be able to push in behind the smoke and help Glaive in time, or will he just run into a bunch of flashbangs if he does?
Or how many kills can Glaive get? He's going to be the one that really needs to hold on, because Device, as you said, probably a smoke, probably a Molotov, probably a flashbang.
Stanislav's going to throw one of the smokes towards the inside connector. That's a really cool idea. Tarek gets the opening kill right there. Device is already on the bomb side, but this might still work out quite well. There's the smoke finally popping on the other side. Device going to be jumping up on the top, but they should be able to get a bomb plant. They're actually waiting for it. They're not even in any kind of a rush here, NRG. This is such a cool idea, and they're clearing out almost the entire bomb site, and finally they're going to get the bomb plant down. That is... Sometimes teams do actually rush to get the bomb down, and then they end up losing a little bit of ground on the bomb site. Not NRG. The
patience, you're right, was really, really cool. Interesting to see Magis try and force his way through that smoke as well. That's kind of become a situation where if you lose a teammate in the bomb site like that, you know what's on the other side. You know someone's going to be pushing. You know there's going to be an op sitting far back. A lot of teams have started rotating through CT spawn in that direction just for the safety of it. Well then, this round, I mean, it's NRG given a not necessarily a gift, but the decision to get aggressive from Glaive to find the information. They wanted to see if they were setting up for an inner push. Obviously a bit unlucky with that spray, the blind spray from the NRG player that took him down. But that's the entry they needed. That was the one player who could have really shut that down.
Oh, and Tarek excited as well. Having a great start to this game right now. 7-1 in their favor. And you can't really complain about that. I don't think there's much to criticize right now for the NRG side. Astralis at least get to save a couple of guns. You're right, that did look strange.
I guess he might have thought that smoke was going to be deeper, like there was going to be more cover, because it looked like he did just try and do a sharp turn along the wall. Flashbang going to slow down any kind of mid-peak. Utility dump in towards T-mid by Astralis. That'll hold NRG at bay just for the moment. Astralis is out of money after this investment.
Yeah, everything on the line. I mean, 7 rounds, I've got to be honest, is already, you know, better than I was expecting for NRG on in this first half. So they should not take their foot off the pedal, but at the same time, if they win this round, then I don't know what Astralis are going to be trying to do for this map. It could be a quick map, weirdly.
This could be a very, very early, like, back-breaking loss for Astralis. You're exactly right. NRG wins this, and the money disappears, but Dupree, he's bored.
That's a wild play, and one that we really don't normally see out of, well, anyone from Astralis, I would say. Interesting.
I think the only people I could imagine making that play on Astralis is Dupree and Magisk.
Yeah, probably, right?
Those are the two. Good early find. Dupree still waiting in ladder room. Glaive's going to add on top of it. That's Stanislaw coming out mid through his smoke, and Glaive on top of the train has an easy one, and these have been all individual fights. Breeze now walking out of Ivy all on his own. There's a crossfire here. Glaive not going to turn around, even though Cirque got a kill. He's not worried whatsoever about Yard. And now again on top of the train in such strong positions for Astralis. And Cirque has to do everything, and the bullets slow him down. He couldn't even get a peek off. Astralis in a desperate economic situation that round, passed with flying colors. 4 players alive.
Yeah, good stuff there. Glaive ending up with a triple and a second round on the board, at least for the Danes. And that was much needed. You say probably critical for any chance here in the first half to recover what has been a pretty good start for NRG. See if they can get it back a little bit in their favor. Double AWP still in play for the CT side.
Looks like there's going to be some aggression from the defense towards the inner bomb side as well. Ethan has gone for this peak a number of times. This time he's way, way more committed. Inside the smoke, he's going to come through it. That flashbang is so perfect. Oh, and just again, he barely misses the opportunity. That should have been a kill. Frustration mounting for Ethan. That's the second time it seems like he's had a free chance.
Yeah, he's really good at getting into these positions, but you're right. It's just a second too late, or just needs one more bullet.
But look what it's done to the defense. That level of aggression, that deep into the yard, and they've all sunk back in towards those Z-hulls, the CT connector.
Well, Dupree's up on the high ground, up in the sniper spot. That might be slightly different. Usually people don't hang out there early in the round, but oh, that's a good peek for Magisk. And he actually, I think he sees Tarek in the back. Could have maybe got the kill, crosses back over. He could have got killed himself just then. 55 seconds, and they're going to be picking up the bomb.
The margins between life and death in this round have been so narrow. Great shot, immediate headshot from Xyp9x, and there's Dupree from above.
Oh.
Breeze has found himself into the B bomb site. This round is not over yet. 40 seconds. The bomb is going to rotate around. It's going to be just fine. The question is, how effective can Breeze be? He needs to cut off rotations. No one from Astralis is rotating. They're just keeping an eye towards the inner bomb site, but he's got a smoke. He could actually drop it in here, and if he goes too far, Xyp9x is ready. An easy one. Bomb is going to get planted, but that should be the round.
Yeah, Stanislaw in a 1 versus 5, and they're just going to be coming from. He can still do a lot here in terms of taking rifles away. If he could get 2 kills right now, that'd be pretty big. Device will shut him down instead, and Astralis will survive the round with everybody intact. So that's, I don't know, that's them now starting to build some sort of ground beneath them, and actually that's the money as well gone for NRG. So maybe a little bit more of a resting space here for the Danish side.
Right, but you talk a little about. You mentioned the pistol round being so important for T sides. Having 7 rounds already after 10 rounds of play on your T side,
yeah,
like that is so much pressure taken off of you. All you really have to do here is like 1 to 2 more, and you have a phenomenal half. Obviously, you want them all, but realistically, like 1 to 2 more in the last 5, and that's gonna make you very, very pleased with your offensive half on train.
Yeah, I agree. So deep breath for NRG, restock on the rifles in the upcoming round, and then try and see if you can sneak in 1 or 2. I absolutely agree.
But again, it is that trait of Astralis. We saw it just the other day on Nuke is, yeah, maybe they start slow, maybe they struggle a little bit, but at some point, they're going to figure it out.
Very defensive Molotov there for Device. Did not want to get run down. They do have all pistols on the other side, so they're going to be just exploding out of this. Glaive is going to show up as well, and up at the high ground there's Sip, and they are going to get chewed up completely here. Sip with a quick double, and that will be, well, pretty much no entry at all there on the B-bomb side. So another round being picked up, but now we'll see what NRG can do when they get rifles back in their hands.
Astralis has started to devote 2 players at times towards that inner bomb site very early. Small adjustment in the defense, and we have another timeout being called tactical from NRG.
I'm trying to hear what they're saying.
Well, we asked about that. The viewers cannot actually hear that as clearly as we can.
Oh, okay. There's a bit of a difference there.
Yeah, so it just comes off as us talking to ourselves.
Well,
or hearing the voices.
Hearing the voices, yeah. That's, I don't know. Too early in the day for that, Moses. They mostly show up at night.
Right when you're trying to sleep?
Right when I'm trying to sleep, yeah. Tell me to tweet things. It's weird.
That's sadoist.
Oh, man. It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be Astralis just trying to hold on to this, I think, as much as they can. Like, they just need to make this 8-7, and even then, I still think it's going to be tricky, but nothing's been decided yet. Device pushing that high ground with the AWP. That smoke is going to be really frustrating. I'm not sure why he's still sticking around here. This is such a scary position to be in. He does get spotted. He gets faked out there by Ethan, and somehow he gets to live a little while longer. Oh, God. I think he should have been dead then.
Poor Ethan. That's like the 3rd time he had a great chance to provide like just a crippling opening kill for his team.
Yeah.
That one a little bit sketchier. Oh, he's scary gambling with the smoke. Tarek and Ethan controlling box halls. Much slower round from NRG. They've changed the pace back and forth a number of times in this half so far. Xyp9x is going to be playing close up in ladder room. Glaive and Device defend the inner bomb site. Ivy's a bit susceptible for Astralis, but Magisk is watching with the op from the middle of the train yard.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They can smoke him off. They can try and do something else. Tarek, not excited. Getting shot in the legs. Ooh, and even a grenade to follow it up. That's pretty good.
All right, great sequence from Xyp9x.
Look at the time that's left. That's what really worries me now.
They're coming inside. Device is going to have to readjust his position. Stanislav with the bomb starting to rotate over. Ethan and Tarek with control of box halls this whole round. Feel confident in calling everyone back. Breeze can be a late lurk.
Yeah, but they don't have smoke to cross Device either. That's, I mean, they have a Molotov here, but that's pretty much it. Flashbang to get down. Now they're up on the high ground. Device will take a kill. Tarek, oh no, he craters on the low ground there. They're going to get the bomb plant, sure, but still, that's a bit of an issue. Breeze comes in with the late lurk, as you said, taking down Dupree. And now at least it's a 3-on-3 quickly, though. Cirque will drop to Sip, and now it's all on Stan. They know that Breeze far away. They can just gang up on him. He's alone on the bomb side for a little while longer. And Stan wants to go for the fight. He turns around. What a turnaround. Goes for the kill. Takes down Clave. An incredible read. And now it's on Magus, trying to see if he can recover, but Stan will shut them all down. NRG with an absolutely critical turnaround.
What a play from Stanislav. He knew exactly what was coming. When he doesn't win that first fight clean, he just gives it up. He says, I know the flank is coming in soon. That is so brilliant, and that's got to be heartbreaking. So does that. This is so gorgeous. Everything about it cleans up Glaive after the fact and even ends the round. I even thought it was a really cool decision by Breeze to get that lurk kill out Ivy in the outer yard, and then instead of going to CT spawn, he goes to ladder room to even like flank the flanker.
Yeah, really, really interesting, wasn't it? There's the flash to set it up. Device does peek right after the fact, and ooh, Cirque gonna be very quick, and that's the only opening they needed. They've got one chance maybe here, Astralis, otherwise they should save because they're out of money.
Yeah, I think the save call needs to come in. That was very uncharacteristic of Device, almost like he knew one cross and he wasn't sure what angle he actually wanted to hold. The indecision killing him at the end of the day. Again, late lurk out the yard for Breeze. Still 4 players alive, plenty of delay tactics. And actually, if you go one step further, Breeze can actually take all the guns away, even if they make the save call. But it hasn't happened, which makes it a field day for Tarek. 2 kills. Looking for the final, and Magisk, yeah, he knows he's in a tough spot, but the op is going to bail him out. And now the smoke helps, but Breeze was lying there all along. A comprehensive victory in this round for NRG.
Yeah, absolutely. Sip is the only one with any money to buy anything in the next round. He's got the rifle, and, well, they might as well try and chase him. Maybe they actually don't have a lot of money themselves, but we're in round number 13, so I guess at some point they're going to be fine with it. Ethan goes down, and Sip might get shot in the back. Still, indeed, well, the rifle is gone, and that's a 9th round on the board for NRG. This is absolutely amazing. Very, very good job for them early on.
9-4, Anders. And there's money in the Astralis side on Zipnik 7K, on Dupree 4,700. The rest of the players are stuck just above 3,000. So what is the decision going to be here for Astralis? Because this has got to feel desperate.
I don't know if they know yet.
Well, they're buying up. It's not the prettiest of things you've ever seen, but it's not bad either.
I mean, I kind of get it because otherwise you're going for like a 10-5 to say like that's, you know, I do feel like 9-6 if you're in the pistol, maybe you can sort of, you can tell yourself a story that would be a road back into the game. But you're right, it's not looking great on the rifle side. Could nobody even drop him a pistol? Oh, there's a UMP.
You got a UMP on
right,
there,
right.
yep. Yeah, we're all good.
So it's a little bit better than I thought, actually.
No kits, or excuse me, 1 kit on Magisk. Deep smoke extinguishes the Molotov early. Tarek gonna get out T-mid. I don't know, he might have been able to spot Device there, but I don't think he saw it. Flashbang through that smoke. Beautiful. But Stanislav's gonna finish off 1. Glaive still sticking around with that UMP. Dupree is alive, and Tarek, he doesn't want to give away the game by jumping on the trains. He's got to adjust. He's hit with the scout, and now it's dangerous. Somehow, again, Astralis is making this work.
Wait, Glaive, was he inside the smoker? I guess the whole time. Just falling back now, but looked like he maybe even could have come up to help out on Yard there. Late grenade. Stan just charges in anyway to get the headshot. Very important kill there. That will even it out a little bit. Device, oh, the timing. I don't know, a little bit earlier, and he probably gets the kill a little bit later, and he's just going to be dead. 3-on-3.
Device is going to have to rotate back towards Inner now that he has that information. Dupree's got low HP, so he's kind of got to make some really tough decisions on how he plays this. He's got the high ground, maybe to provide him an extra second jump with that low HP. And NRG going to come back towards B.
And back then, it's Device, long range with the Krieg. That's a pretty good weapon to have in that position, although they'll have the AWP on the other side.
They're gambling.
If they go B, I'm assuming someone's going to jump down and then Tarek's going to jump right behind with the AWP or something, or make it sort of a double push.
Tarek's just going to hold it because they don't have smokes. And actually, Astralis doesn't have a smoke either. Last time they had to smoke it off themselves just so they could get past this op. So Tarek actually, even with his low health, a huge role to play as his teammates clear the inner bomb site. Device looks like he wants to peek.
They're thinking about it now, aren't they?
Tarek's giving up the angle. He's watching flank now.
Astralis 3-on-3. Another retake here at the B bomb site. And look at Stan's position. This is so good. Sip walks right into it. Has no idea. Device will get a kill on Cirque and turning around. Oh, he just pre-fires it. And that will leave Tarek in a 1 versus 2. They have flashbangs and nothing else to stop him with. But this AWP, when you're that low on health, that will make it very hard. Any kind of a missed shot, and it's going to be almost impossible. Dupree has got the kit picked up as well. And now they're thinking about it.
It's playing on the other side of the bomb train. It's playing on the other side of the bomb train. It's not for Tarek. He has no way to get involved in that round.
You're right. That was even worse. The fact that it was in the middle, I don't think it could have done that differently. Good retake for Astralis, though.
You can't fault NRG for that plant spot as well because they did not have the health or the manpower to clear that upper ramp. They just had to make sure that they were safe.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. 9-5, a huge risk for Astralis to buy up in the round, but it does work out. That last shot from Device there, taking down Stan, that was something.
It's a bit lucky, but he'll take those all day. 5-9, Astralis actually doing a very good job of even staying in this game. It felt like there was a couple times a knockout punch could have been delivered in this first half. At Danish resilience.
Yeah, they're sticking around in this game after it looked like, you know, they were just going to get swept. 9-5. If they can survive this round for NRG, that's going to be an AK, a Krieg, a MAC-10, and a Galil as well. So there are some chances here for NRG, even in spite of everything, to still upset the situation even further.
They don't have any spawns to go for those fast pop flash and peek out T-mid that we saw Ethan go for, and maybe they wouldn't even want to, considering the AWP is in the hands of Astralis. But here we go, round 15, last of this opening half.
Common setup so far. Device over at Ivy, Sip on the ramp over at B. And the rest over at that A yard. Pretty decent grenade. Oh, what a follow-up. Dupree. How do you not win that, I wonder?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's probably exactly what he's thinking.
Probably is. Maybe nobody has the answer. But Stan's been just pretty much chest out taking these fights all along, hasn't he?
He's been having one of his games. He's hitting some very, very good shots, obviously. Some very good decisions as well. Starting to see in this some of his strengths as an in-game leader, one of the better fragging in-game leaders that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Device back here.
That's a bold call for him to push up like this. Not that I'm against it, but it obviously doesn't work, and now you see the other factor. What happens when you lose that kind of an aggressive play? That's a long route to take as an AWPer where you just are so exposed.
Yeah, if one person peeks you, then, you know, then you have to hit the one shot. But if two peek you, then, you know, someone's going to get the revenge kill there. So a little bit of a rough scenario. Glaive, they need something to make up for it. He's going to get the one kill, doubling up on that, turning around, and almost ready for Ethan. But Magisk, a lot of damage here, knows surely that someone's going to be showing up from behind, and now he's alone. Sip not able to help him out, and Ted just going to wait him out. 20 seconds here, they're getting closer to the bomb site. He sees Ethan, but they're all around him, and a 10-5 end of the half here for NRG. This is just a really, really good performance out of the American side here against Astralis.
Yeah, what a great showing. Astralis never able to plant their feet on the defense and get overrun. 10-5. We'll see what Astralis can do when they switch halves after the break.
Second half coming up here between NRG and Astralis. This is not the beginning that Astralis were looking for at all. NRG taking 10 rounds on the T side of Train. Now they're going to be swapping halves, and I don't know, Astralis, they have a very, very big task ahead of them. It's going to be hard to get back into this game, I think.
This is where, once again, we can circle it back to your comment about the pistol rounds on the T side and how important they can be. Obviously, especially if you're switching into it down like this, into the harder side. Pistol round is such a lets you give out that breath. Like, you just don't have to like hold it in anymore. So we'll see. They'd obviously love to have it to start this comeback. Cirque and Tarek out by Ivy. Looks fast-paced outside. Stanislav has a decision. Does he want to step around that smoke? Covers pretty well. Cirque is going to be blocked off as well, so Stanislav very much isolated. He's sticking around this bomb train, takes the shot, and wheeling his way around. But no action just yet, but now it is. Now it all comes to a head.
Cirque getting a kill, but Magus with a quick return. The bomb plant is almost instantaneous when they get on the bomb side, and that makes a pretty big difference. That means NRG have less time to think, and they have to just basically get onto that bomb site pretty quickly. No kit currently picked up. I don't know if Stan had one, but otherwise they're in a lot of trouble right now and need to make their way down this ladder first of all. Ethan going to be taking down Magus. A bit of a test is Glaive not biting. Dupree will pick up a kill, and Glaive is still waiting here. Oh, just waiting him out the whole time, and now it's too late. Breeze, he gets the kill, but yeah, so much time has already passed. It's not going to matter at all anymore. You could tell, just backing on out. Saving the armor a little bit, but that's a big round for Astralis. That's really going to make a difference here.
A huge round. Nice double kill from Dupree. And obviously, that's the danger of a flank. If you're Breeze, you're trying to wait for your teammates to take Glaive's attention away, and it just never happened.
Kind of interesting, in spite of the really good first half, actually Astralis and NRG have sort of not that big of a difference in kills. So that isn't really what's done it. It's just that they had some great calls on NRG, I think.
Well, I think the real problem is just, you know, so many of those rounds that NRG was able to win. You know, there's so many rounds that guns were saved, especially in the first, 6 rounds of the game. I think, there's eight guns that Astralis was able to save in those first 6 rounds. So
yeah,
it's a very Danish style of Counter-Strike. A lot of saving.
A lot of saving. We do like it. Getting a little bit to work with next round, you know.
Oh, I have nothing against it. Smart decisions.
17th round here. 3 scouts. That's a thing now, I guess.
See if it works. It didn't work whatsoever for Astralis. I don't think it's going to work here for NRG as 4 players outside. Just Stanislav very far back. Unless he gets like 2 miracle headshots with this scout, I don't think NRG can really go for it.
Especially the smokes are going to make that very, very tricky. They are pushing up rather close here. Dupree with the MAC-10. Ooh, there's one headshot from Cirque taking down Magisk, so something's working out early on here. But they still need to get onto the bomb side, and that's usually the point in time where those scouts have less of an impact. Dupree with a lot being done. Actually, a lot of damage. And Sip, oh, they lined up for him, and he just took down 2. And now it's on Cirque to probably just try and save whatever he can here. The FAMAS being picked up, and I don't see any reason to really stick around. It's going to be another round for Astralis, and they did a pretty reasonable job here.
They really did. And this time, I mean, we saw Astralis able to save 2 scouts when they had this similar buy, and NRG not able to save any of them. Not able to save anything at all. Another good round from Dupree. Pushed up, being aggressive, surviving for a very long time. Freezing NRG out in the open, taking that fight.
Yeah.
And exposing them to the Krieg of Zibnix from far away.
Still excited about that Gouda, aren't they? You know that.
Gouda.
Big
cheese eaters in your country?
Yeah, actually we are. We've got that
Danish blue.
Danish blue. We've got the Havati thing. That thing is like a Danish thing as well.
Is that Danish?
Cream, yeah, I think so.
I never liked that cheese.
It's like very kids cheese, sort of like, but it's still pretty good, you know. Listen, we know a little bit about cheese.
All right. Well, here's Device peeking in towards the outer yard. Patience from Astralis in this round is not wanting to walk into any kind of crazy stacks. He's at least spotted 2, maybe 3.
Glaive waiting for a chance, but the single flashbang on Tarek, I think that's the big setup here, isn't it? Just throw that into the sky in case they show up and hope that something's going to happen.
Or throw it towards Ivy. Magisk is there, but they have no idea. He hasn't made any noise. There's the flashbang, and yeah, that is perfect. He still somehow gets one, just swinging his mouse and holding the trigger. Ethan trying to get as many kills as possible. I don't think there's a chance in hell he saves this gun, but kills would be cool.
Yeah, that actually it would make a difference if he could have got a little bit here. Device sneaking through to take him down. The lack of armor being a problem there. This is a great round for Astralis. Only losing one player and maybe putting NRG a little bit on notice too. 10-8 here.
Op on Cirque, and actually pretty decent utility for this first buy. A few Molotovs mixed in there, some AG nades, 2 kits on Ethan and Breeze, and the Op on Cirque. So, yeah, very strong buy for NRG in this first investment into their defense. We'll see how it pans out. 10-8, 2-round lead, but that can disappear so quick. In fact, if they lose this, that likely disappears.
Yeah, you're right. They've got to be careful about that. I mean, they need to do a little bit what Astralis struggled to do, which is build that early economy on the CT side. That's a nice kill. The timing is really ungodly there, taking down Glaive, but Device will get one on Cirque. The turnaround, the headshot. Stanislaw is just so on point in this game. It's a real delight to watch. Ethan going to be going down, though, and they know where he is. Breeze coming in, and finally Stan falls to Device. It is still a 2-on-2, and Breeze, if not for that smoke, I think he would have had Magisk then. Sneaking and creeping in, Device spotting him out, and Breeze gonna make his way past. And now they want to back on out the smoke. Does he see it? I think he does. And Tarek, I don't know, we couldn't see the same on the other side. Now, taking a fight, there's Magisk. I would have said that's dangerous.
Yeah, it really was, but good patience again from Astralis, getting a foothold into that bomb site, but as you mentioned in the first half as well, not committing to the plant too quickly. And Device just using his op, he had a lot of space to glance at, and as that smoke fades, Tarek is right out in the open. It's a very scrappy round. I think Stanislaw was probably even caught off guard by Glaive, but I mean, this is just Device playing far back and just being spectacular. Double kill for him in the round. 1 round separates these teams.
Early smokes, very quick indeed. Setting them up for what looked like sort of a mid-push, but now they're coming out Ivy instead, so hoping they can lure the defense away. And with that opening kill, I mean, it's everything you could want, except for if you're Dupree, of course. The Deagle bullet right to the face. Cirque taking one down. A flashbang here would help out, make sure he doesn't get more than that 1 kill, and he almost did. Ethan will follow it up, and they are actually in a bit of danger here, Astralis.
Yeah, that Deagle shot from Ethan found Device, which is a full HP player. Means Glaive is still very low. Good dinks with the 5-7, but he's not expecting Glaive, just holding the angle with the op. And Tarek, he's gone undiscovered for a lot of this. He's in a pretty decent position if he can catch one off guard. Armor as well. 2-on-1, but Glaive is a very weakened player. Can be an easy double kill.
And even worse, they have absolutely no idea where Tarek is. It's been silence across the map for a long time. Even if they know where he plays on the map, I mean, by now, he could be anywhere.
And Tarek's actually in a really good position. There's no reason for him to leave this ladder room. Yeah, like if they come down ladder, sure, you probably lose. But, you know, it's central on the map. You can get to either one of the bomb sites pretty quickly. And Glaive being sent out as the scout. Now they know where he is. And Tarek, maybe thinking of changing his position.
Yeah, he did briefly. 25 seconds here. Sip going to run for the bomb plant. Shorty going to be planning around the actual train. And Tarek can't really swing wide enough to get anything done. He will pick up the AWP, and oh, Sip is going to be there just as he gets it. That's not a bad attempt from Tarek at all. Still, Astralis going to be able to barely win the round. And remember, that was against Pistols, so, you know, a little bit sketchy.
I wonder if Zipnik's in that clutch, if he saw him at the end there when Tarek was crossing over, or if he just said, you know what, you were in ladder room, and more than anything, you're probably going to try and go get a gun for this one-on-one.
Yeah.
Just swings wide as to where he knows his teammate fell. Either way, you can just add another clutch to Zipnik's resume. Oh, yeah, okay. He didn't know where he was. He just swung and scanned the back wall.
Just went for it.
Fair play.
Well, double orb now in the hands of NRG. See if that can make a big difference. Stan with the early attempt there as they cross on over, but not going to get anything for it. What are they going to try and do? Looks like they want to try and boost to look over. Is he going to be ready for it? Sort of. No, he's falling even further back. Are they going to finally do it? No, they're just going to try and grenade it instead.
They're setting up for the full hit. It's only Stanislaw in here. Breeze is rotating back, but he's going to have no impact. That's a risky jump through. The spam coming in. And now Breeze along the wall, along the high train. Creeping ever closer. No one's going to clear it out. He looks to his right. He doesn't see that one player, and he wants the bomb planter. The bomb does get planted. He missed his chance. It wasn't quick enough, so Device is there for the trade.
And now 3 of them are actually in connector, just kind of locked behind those grenades, and that's really risky. They need to get out. If they're all boxed up like that, it could be a lot of damage. There's 1 grenade left on Dupree, for instance, and they're just waiting for it at the moment. All making their way past Sip up close, and Stan's going to be going down. Ethan low on health, but he does get the kill. Dupree will finish him off, and now it's on Cirque. An absolutely amazing turnaround, and jumping down. He's got the double already, but he needs 1 more miracle kill here on Magisk, and he's just diffused while he's has the scope right on the corner. Could have definitely worked out, but he can't get off it just in time, and Magisk will take him down instead. That would have been a clutch and a half there for Cirque.
That would have been spectacular. Yeah, that would have been something real special. But Astralis is putting something together that is exactly that. 6 rounds in a row to open this T side, and they've taken the lead for the first time in this game.
Man.
Their offense has really been clicking. I think it was G2 yesterday who didn't get a single round on the CT side of Nuke. Now you go to another map that has the reputation for being CT-sided, and it's NRG who can't put up a round on the defense.
Yeah, it's surprising, isn't it? I would have predicted quite a different level here. Ooh, they're going to be rushing into main. Device really close to getting caught on the edge, but should be fine now. And that was all the grenades they had, so NRG have to pull some sort of trick here to try and get some kills in this round, I think.
Well, that's not it.
That wasn't the answer.
No, that wasn't the one.
They have the 5.7s though. Does that pick those up again, making them popular?
Ethan gonna push forward. Magisk ready and waiting. Another flashbang just to clear the close corners. Astralis looking very, very good. After such a dominant first half, it's almost surprising to see NRG come out with that level of force, but now you switch sides and Astralis is they don't look like they're slowing down whatsoever. They just look like they're going to get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, that in itself is frustrating, right? When you put up such a great first half, you kind of expect that the other team might be a little bit rattled, you know, just a little bit. But maybe that's also the power of Astralis winning the pistol in the following 2 rounds, is that you know, even if they were, maybe that goes away pretty quickly. And now going to be up to 12-10. That's a 2-round lead, of course, and I don't know. NRG need to find a solution. Maybe one of those Ivy pushes that Astralis tried. That was fun. Flashing away through the smoke.
Yeah, something tells me Astralis isn't going to get caught off by that. I have to imagine if you're NRG, you're calling a timeout after this round. Talk things over. It would be cool if they could find a way to get aggressive and find an early kill. Maybe with Cirque with the AWP. We saw Stanislaw using it in the previous round towards that inner bomb site, but they really haven't been able to get a good read on Astralis just yet.
23rd round. Pretty good money on the hands of NRG. They've put in so much work to get all those 10 rounds on the T side, and then it's been nothing in the second half at all. Kind of all come to a crashing halt, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's very deflating. This is where always the criticism of like the cheering and the yelling and the excitement has always come in. It's like, you guys had a good half. There's no cheering now. You've just lost 7 in a row.
You want to be careful if you celebrate too early. Don't want to be ordering champagne just because you had a bit of a start, Moses. That's unhealthy.
Yeah, some would say that's a very silly thing to do. What kind of a person would ever do such a thing? Yeah, this is starting to get to that scary Astralis, where I mean, even Dupree just.
What is he doing?
Well, listen, they had to learn some new tricks in the boot camp.
Apparently that was it.
Dupree was practicing his gum chewing.
It was sort of looking a little bit strange, wasn't it?
You kind of liked it.
A little bit. Device does go down. Cirque with the opening frag. I like that even more because that's the kind of thing that NRG need to start showing us something here in the second half. It's been a little bit too quiet all across the board. And what a play from Magisk though with the return. He's actually pre-firing it. He saw that coming, but Cirque will still take him down. I think that could have very, very easily been a double kill for Magisk. Dupree instead will follow it up, and Cirque, he was exposed to that for just a second.
Breeze has got to be so mad that dupreeh walked all the way down from mid. That is so frustrating. There was a lot of craziness, a hectic situation at the outer yard, and it's very easy to lose track of. Stanislaus still at the inner bomb site, so no one has to worry about rotating, but these two defenders under a lot of pressure. You can see Circa's even checking behind him. He knows dupreeh can be wrapping around. And this is a lot of time for Astralis to just...
I think they're just going to wait.
Yeah, just hit
and then re-engage.
Because you're just making them so nervous. NRG at this point has no idea what's going on. They just know possibilities, and that is the worst.
I guess the big bonus here is the fact that Stan is still over there now. Because if he'd rotated back, then all this waiting probably would really confuse them. But surely Stanislaus calling this in now, saying, well, they're not here, so they must still be out there somewhere. Cirque sees the opportunity, taking down Glaive. This is a really interesting round. I love the call from Astralis, but I actually think Stanislaus' position really helps them out. Now he comes back and goes down immediately. dupreeh to pick up the headshot, 20 seconds now. And Tarek up at the high ground. Now, is he going to be brave enough to wait until they try and go for the bomb plant and then go for it? Or does he want to try and get in there early? He's waiting and listening right now. Stanislaus coming in with the ult to take down dupreeh and out in the open. A great clutch. Stanislaus yet again. A double kill in this round. 17 kills overall. And I've got to say again, that's something you're never going to be able to sort of calculate, but the forward position over on that side I think made a huge difference.
No, it definitely did. But if you're NRG, you can't be celebrating. You're not out of it just yet. You're actually in almost even a worse spot. You have no money. That round, the double op setup got you all 5 kills, and now you can only have 1. You pass it off to Cirque, obviously, but what... I mean, that was your first round on the CT side, and already it's been taken away from you, even in victory. You're going to have less to work with, a shotgun and SMG being picked up, so no one on NRG is feeling comfortable just yet.
Those shots from Cirque. A couple of rounds like that. 1 or 2 more. That could make all the difference, I think, right now for NRG.
5 more would be great.
5 more would be even better, Moses. You know, it's true.
I'm not going to argue that. Ethan into ladder room. Molotov preventing anyone from getting position. Now they come out, and now there's a lot of pressure on this outer yard. We'll see what Breezy can do. Tucked into the corner for the moment. There is a smoke, but Cirque on the bomb train, the only one here. His defense is very spread out. These first kills are going to be so critical, and the first one goes to Cirque, but Magisk is ready for the trade close up, and Ethan can't do anything. He's still blocked off. He knows there's someone in ladder room.
Oh, but Breeze, he's got a good position right now, taking down Device. Glaive comes out to try and hunt him, just looking at the edge of the smoke, and Breeze, oh, that looked like Glaive was about to mess up the spray. Ethan holding this the whole time, and Sip has been waiting up, so I'm guessing he knows. I'm guessing Sip knows that someone's in there. 3 on 3, but what a tricky retake this is going to be.
Well, NRG's screwed. Tarek's flanking from the inner bomb site, not to put it so bluntly, but flanking in, so you're going to have 2 players in ladder room. One of them is a shotgun, the other an SMG. There's no way for these guys to get out. And Stanislaus can't do anything when all of his teammates are on the other side of the map. So Stanislaus goes down, and now Tarek and Ethan have nothing to do. They've got to save.
Wow, you are absolutely right. That is so rough. So you look at it and you think, oh, it's a 3 on 3. Maybe not. That's a 13th round. On top of the fact that they lost 4 in the last round, as you said. So the economy is really taking a bit of a blow here for NRG. In spite of everything, Eric will get the kill.
Oh! He's so mad. He wanted that. You see a little smile creep onto his face. It was a nice catch as soon as he noticed that the op was being gifted to him by the bomb.
I think you mentioned this yesterday, but it's never quite clear when Sonic is praising someone, if he's praising them or yelling at them.
He's very aggressively positive.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
There is something about it, isn't there? Like a drill instructor almost, you know?
Well, grizzly bear.
Just... Yeah, it keeps everybody in line, doesn't it, though, you know? 13 to 11. 3 deagles. Single smoke there for Tarek. But otherwise, again, they need a miracle NRG. This game has just changed so much.
And I think no one probably feels that more than NRG, quite obviously. And that's the hard part, when you feel the nature of the map shift so much. We know Astralis can do it, because we've seen them do it in this map, but Astralis knows how to, like, force that change to go in their favor. That's what some of these teams really have to figure out, is when you go on that losing streak, how do you actually overcome it? How do you dig yourself out of that hole? And on NRG, obviously, in this map, don't have the answer, which is kind of scary because it is their map pick.
So, trying to sneak in. You never know if you catch the right timing there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I think even when Astralis were quite far behind early on in the first half, you sort of saw the camera shots of them, and they were still kind of laughing. But, you know, sort of like saying, yeah, well, you know. So maybe it is just something that they built up over the years, you know, that added experience, almost taking down maybe screw that smoke. Don't want any of that.
It's also the confidence and the trust that you build, you know, over that era that they had last year of winning everything. It's like, you know, you've been in these situations. It's like, you know, you've watched each and every one of your teammates step up when it matters most. So you have that faith and you have that confidence, so you can kind of laugh it off in the moment. Luxury that most teams don't have.
It is true. Magus and Sip really playing well at the moment, but Clave, Device, and Dupree are right behind them on the scoreboard. All of the rest of them there, 3 at 17 kills.
Final timeout called for NRG. 2 rounds away from dropping this first map. This is, remember, just like the last one, a 2-0 match. The winner of this will move on to the playoffs to join ENTS, who took a powerful victory over Vitality just a couple hours ago.
Yeah, that ENTS team was looking just like a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching them play. 26th round. 9 kills on Tarek, 11 on Ethan. The rest looking good, but I'm not sure what the issue is right now for NRG. I feel like they're having a hard time not just waiting around for something to happen on the second half. They're having a hard time sort of being the ones to initiate or to force Astralis, you know, out of their comfort zone here. Oh, Dupree gets one, and he gets the second one. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear it, but he was calling it out the whole time, saying there's a second one up close. So Cirque scooping towards Pop Dog there, but that's too much of an opening, isn't it, for Astralis?
Especially on such an important round, the last goodbye that NRG is going to have. So now you're essentially, all your hopes in this opening map are in a 3-on-5. And Astralis are just masters at playing with an advantage. Slowed down again, waiting for the follow-up push. Device was just switching weapons. Zipnix, we know he's a bit of a robot, but I don't know if he's going to be able to read this play.
Ooh, getting shot in the back. That kill would have been evening out things quite a bit. Cirque with another really good kill. He has been on point with the AWP. Long range as Breeze almost dropping Dupree.
They're doing it, Anders.
They are really doing it, aren't they? 37 seconds, Breeze now moving closer. Magus got, oh, he's going to win the fight somehow anyway. The stand coming out, they line up for him and he gets the 1 kill, but not the second. And now Sip very low on health. Cirque coming in with the AWP. That smoke is going to make things really rough, but surely they know how low he is. Sip right now, he's got the perfect idea. He's got it all lined up and he's going to get it. Another clutch coming in from Sip. A 15th round on the board for Astralis. Oh, man.
What a god. To come all the way back in a 3-on-5, bring it into a 1-on-1, and it's against Zipnix. That just has to make you feel like hell. What a great read. The smoke, he puts himself in a position where he's neutralized from Cirque jumping on the bomb train. You come through the smoke like that, Zipnix gets a win. At this point, I just wish Zipnix would win a clutch and just start yawning for the camera.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
With, I mean, don't think robots get tired, but for the theatrical effect, yeah, sure. The clutch minister himself. Going to be Cirque quickly escaping from that fire. Ooh, trying to push in. Stanislaw, that is the play that Astrada tried to go for, flashing away through the smoke, but Magus makes it around the corner in time. And Astralis, I mean, the comeback here. They've won 1 round in the second half, NRG. That's it. A single round.
Yeah, we were talking about how good NRG's first half was on their T side. This is unbelievable.
It is, isn't it?
NRG has not been able to stop Astralis whatsoever. And now they have to. They have to win 4 in a row to force overtime. Not looking likely. The main attack coming from Ivy where there's no defenders. Not even no defenders. There's no eyeballs on it. Breeze, he needs that second one. He does have it, but this is where the disaster strikes because, yeah, they got something good. Utility in the hands of Dupree. And somehow NRG now gaining hold on this bomb site. Cirque gonna stop the plant. Had to have that, and there's Tarek pouncing. In the choke points, the defense resides, and they turn around to finish off all the kills.
Man, what a defense from Breeze. First 2, picks up the creek, turns around, and just shuts down at least one of those players from Ivy. That was really something. All right, well, the money's looking kind of broken for Astralis after this buy. Now, they have money in this round, but the next one is going to be different. So NRG, that would be a way to get back in this game right now. If they could take all the rifles away and make sure that the Danes don't really have anything to play with. That's the ticket here. Zerk pushing up very close to Ivy through the smoke as well. It's going to be Standover on this high ground looking for a fight. And oh, he gets the shot as well on Glaive. And Zerk did take a bit of damage on the other side, but he's fine for now. Magisk, I think, putting a couple of bullets into him.
Magisk gets tagged as well. 34 HP for him. That's a duel through the smoke, as you just mentioned. Ethan inside of ladder room once again. Bree gonna give him a showing, and he wins that battle from above. Down through the boards, Breeze and Stanislaw inside, Zerk and Tarek outside. And 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock.
Ooh, Zerk definitely saw that, definitely called it out as well. He's got the lineup. If he had stayed there, Device, wonder if he could have got that kill. Under a minute now. Device sneaking in. They're going to go check behind him. If he falls even a little bit back now, he's in trouble. I'm not sure if he realizes, but they are really, really close to him. Molotov to force him out. Tarek baiting him out as well with the AK-47. And Device still alive somehow. Very, very low on health. He needs backup, and I'm not sure it's going to get here in time. Tarek, very scary now. Oh, he's going to get the kill anyway. Magisk with a bit of a return. Now 35 seconds, and Zerk will drop Magisk with the bomb. And Device has got no chance. He gets dropped as well. And another round for NRG. Late in the game here as they're starting to come alive.
That one victory that the 2 rounds ago just gave them that life, and 3 players surviving in it, so they finally had some money. Again, 3 players surviving, and now the roles in that sense have kind of reversed. Astralis might have to sit around out with just a low investment. Utility, pistols, 15-13, and NRG have an opportunity to take this to overtime. They're going to have one last gun round. If they can just win this, if they don't drop, if this isn't a disaster for NRG, they've got a real chance at overtime.
Flashbang on top of the Molotov, on top of everything else. This Ivy push is working out really nicely. No disaster in this round, at least. So they're going to have to play that 30th round, see if they can find a way through, see if they can get that overtime. Man, that would be something. I mean, this game has already been pretty impressive, but
yeah, what a wild back and forth. T-Halves reign supreme. The offense is unrelenting for both squads, and now NRG, one more chance. You're going to have the op on Zerk, you're going to have the op on Stanislaw. Both of those guys at different points with these ops have gotten aggressive and found opening picks. I think Astralis has, what, like 2 timeouts left? NRG have used all 4 of theirs.
Yes, they have. Double AWP, Stan and Zerk. Kriegs and AKs on the other side. And this is what it all comes down to. It's, of course, going to be a bit of a chance here. Best of 3, so the first map, of course, there's going to be more Counter-Strike coming up afterwards, but I'd love to see overtime anyway, just because this has been quite the test for both teams. And they're out pretty quickly. Dupree with Magisk to open it up. He really has been a player for Astralis in this first map. Dupree going to be standing on top of the fire for a little bit. Doesn't even want to use that. Magisk going down afterwards, and now it's a 4-on-4, and they're still waiting. They're slowing it down out in the yard here. Waiting maybe perhaps a Glaive to get into Ivy.
NRG's letting Astralis be aggressive along that wall, and they'll just control the rest of the yard and come back and deal with it later. But I don't think they realize Dupree is still inside that smoke. Good kill from Zerk. Onto the aforementioned Dupree. Glaive, he's going to start moving up. Tarek swings wide. He finds the information in awkward flight. Glaive, the timing is not with him, and now Device. He needs to get into play. Krieg on him. He's got the scope. So does Zipnix.
They need to win just some incredible individual fights here. There's not much teamwork left for them that really can be done. There was an opportunity, and they might not even get another one. I mean, it's so hard when there's this little time left, and you're 2 versus 4. Stan is stuck in behind them as well. He's now in Pop Dog, so they're completely boxed in. A single mistake here, or just a single misstep is going to be enough, and that's overtime as NRG bring it back in the second half. Very well done, and man, I don't know who's got the momentum now, but I'm guessing NRG are going to be feeling a little bit better about this than Astralis are.
Well, they're going to be a little less sad. But
Yeah.
they did close out 4 rounds in a row in that second half to force this OT, so fair play. I just mentioned, can NRG dig themselves out of the hole? We've seen Astralis change the fortune, change the tone of the match into their favor. NRG just did it right at the end. Can they carry that into overtime? And they've got to be very conscious if they've been leaning on this double op setup on their CT side. Such an expensive setup for overtime.
It is expensive, and actually they don't even go for it in the first round of overtime here. Might also be scared that the fact that it's in play would sort of, you know, push Astralis to try and exploit it, like go for like a fast B ramp rush or something like that, because that can work pretty well against the North. But we'll see what happens. Looks like more of a setup here for Astralis, although it is pretty quick. Grenades are out, smokes are out, some flashbangs to follow it up. They don't really commit to it 100%. Cirque up on the high ground, up on the train, out in the yard. Flash does catch him. They follow up as well, but he's so lethal and has been all along the jump. They do spot him, I think. Another flashbang. No one seeing him, and he's going to miss the opportunity now. Actually, it's a bit dangerous, but he still picks up the kill. Tarek going down in return. A 4-on-4. The shadow on the ground showing here. Cirque knows they are right in front of him, and the flashbang, he still picks it up. I can't believe it. That is amazing. And now he finally does go down, and Glaive with the kill on Breeze, who's been another star player here for NRG. The bomb is not planted yet. In fact, Glaive is running away with it right now.
Ethan needs a big round here. Oh, good headshot from that. Just the double as well. Transfers down, and Astralis snatch it out of their hands. 16-15.
What a round out of Cirque, though. I mean, those are some really high-intensity situations that he's in. Up on the train, down low. What's Lurpus saying?
Ethan has been the best player for NRG in this stage so far, but he's sitting at 13-24 now. They're missing that firepower.
You know what I would have thought was really funny?
What's that?
Is if they put a tweet from Lurpus on the screen and it was something about Tesla. I just, for some reason, I found that really good. But enjoy that.
Someone copies the wrong tweet. Ooh. Nice shot from Stanislav. Back into the double up. Gets a second one. Still alive. And the third. Shuts him down on the sidewalk. Device is here, but what can you do? Tarek adds a fourth on the other side. That's nastiness. Maybe the switch back into the double up. Catches Astralis unawares of the possibility, and Device is just eventually going to go down.
That's some really great defensive play coming out of Stanislav.
Fragging in-game leader, versatile in-game leader. He can AWP, he can rifle, he can lurk.
He can yell now too. It's all good. He's really building all the skills right now.
All the important ones.
Really flowering right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, he's budding as a human being, coming into his own.
Like to see it. Now, that was the fast B play that I was talking about a couple of rounds ago, and I don't know, that did not work well. They hadn't counted on the fact that he was just going to kill the whole team.
No, I mean, you never really factor that in when you call strategy.
Yeah, what if he kills everybody? Don't know, like, oh, he sneaks with the smoke. That is so tricky.
I wonder if they saw it, though. Device is still looking for the play.
They're going to be jumping out in the box right in front of him. He can't see it because of the scope. Oh, but he gets the kill anyway. And now, can he get one more? He takes down Sip. He got a triple last time, and he wasn't far off this time either. Stan really, really proving his worth right now.
This position from Device is so strong, though. If someone wanders into that crosshair, it's going to be so deadly. Breeze is pushed up on the bomb train. Got to get into cover. Device hasn't really committed to a fight yet, and he might have to. His hand might be forced. He needs to get involved in the action. Magis coming in. He's got way too many to fight for, and Device still behind this smoke. Hasn't been able to catch a glimpse of anyone in NRG. A chance to go up in this first overtime.
Yeah, every chance, in fact. 1 versus 3, low on health, no bomb plant or anything else like that, and they're going to take him down 17-16 in the first half of overtime. This is great for NRG.
Stanislav with that up, 5 kills in those 2 rounds of overtime.
That really does it.
3 in the first, 2 in the second.
And just, again, the sort of controlling some of those situations like this one. Maybe if you were less experienced or just less good, I don't know, but you would have been tempted to try and fall back from that first kill. You said, I get a kill up, maybe I can get back. Like, Stan's like, no, I'm all in. Like, I'm getting another one and that's it. I know I'm going down eventually, but that's so worth it.
17-16. Magic number we're looking for to take this first map is 19.
Indeed it is. 16 on Astralis. I mean, that first half of overtime was much more like how I would have expected a CT half to go in general. You should play 3 rounds, but still. 1 goes to Astralis, 2 to NRG. And now we'll see if NRG can return to that great T form that they had in the first half that did look really good.
They have a double upset of themselves with Magisk peering down Ivy. There's going to be the run boost over it. Stanislav's gotten to the other side, but it's a narrow angle, so still have to peek into Magisk if they want to. And they don't. Deep smoke, denying information. For both teams, really, they've been exchanged. Tarek and Ethan going for late box halls control towards the B bomb site.
Bit of a setup over at B that's slightly different. Sip playing that off angle down on the bomb site with Device in an angle that's very hard to peek, although it can be flashed, but we'll see. What are they going to do here in NRG? The bomb is really far back, so it sort of feels like it will be an A hit eventually. Oh, the double drop.
With the flashbang into the corner. That's cruel and unusual.
That is a classic, isn't it? Now,
what are you supposed to do if you're Glaive, though, when you see that flashbang coming in as well?
But hold on. The time that's left has got me worried.
30 seconds?
Yeah, well, especially if Sip and Device both stay at B. There's the rotating Magus over as well. This call might actually be amazing. 20 seconds. They're going to be running down right onto the grenade. Devices there to drop Tarek. That's up on the high ground. Oh, they're in so much trouble, NRG. They had it all set up nicely, but this might not end well. The bomb goes down. Sip with a kill in the corner. 10 seconds left. I don't think they can do it. Oh, no. I think they... I don't know. The rotation of Magus is amazingly timed for Astralis, but maybe NRG also outcalled themselves a little bit.
It's very possible. I think, I mean, it would be interesting to know the comms of Astralis in that scenario, but the rotation of Magis got there at such a perfect time that he could have called out. They're wrapping on the bomb site because Zipnix was down low waiting for them to get in. And that, I mean, maybe allowed Device to turn around and get the one kill of the bomb planter jumping onto the train.
Ooh, optic stand, yeah. Duncan, always with the good tweets.
Always. Never had a bad one.
I believe that is true. I've actually checked, so. 17-17, all tied up. Astralis looking to take 2 in a row here to steal the map away. I don't know. Once you get into this situation, somebody's heart is going to be broken, isn't it? You know, whoever loses is not going to be having that much of a good time.
Not for long, though, because you got to reset very quickly for that second map.
Yeah.
Similar setup again, actually the same exact setup between Zipnix and Device.
Well, look at Dupree, though. Getting a little bit of a forward position. Could do a lot with that. They did flash it, so I guess that suggests that Stan is kind of aware that someone could be there.
No one in ladder room this time, which NRG on their T side had to account for a lot. We just saw it in the previous round, Glaive getting decimated by the double drop. This is very slow paced from NRG.
Kind of smoke down towards the ramp. Tarek has created a wall for himself to just peek into the bomb site. Maybe try and place something here. If you get an opening kill, that'll force a rotation from A, and then that Ivy hit coming in would be great. The flashbang does land right in his face. That's a little bit annoying. 40 seconds now. Tarek, I feel like... I don't know if he should have forced it, but the fact that there has been no real distraction created could be an issue. Though Glaive, he's rotating all the way back. This is interesting now. Magisk holding Ivy with that AWP. They're going to be right on the other side. One grenade goes over. It's too far. He takes up Cirque, and now he's back around the corner. Glaive by the E-box, and Dupree's been waiting the whole round here, and this is such a good defense. 15 seconds on the clock, and Glaive drops a bomb, and out in the open, Tarek can't do enough to get into the round. 18-17, and Astralis, now things are looking good for them once again.
NRG looking a little tentative on the T side in this second half of overtime. They are being very, very slow paced. And you've mentioned a couple times that the timer running down. They're just not leaving themselves a lot of time to overcome obstacles in their way. Even this round, so passive that they didn't have information. No one made any peek. No one made any aggressive moves except for Tarek behind that smoke at the inner bomb site.
Yeah, and I mean, going more aggressive that way could also be really, really tricky. Look at what they have here. An AWP, a couple of AK-47s, and really not that much else. NRG, this is to try and get double overtime or lose the first map.
He struggled so much finding opening kills in these kinds of play in the first half. Previously, we saw a flashbang come out, and he came through that smoke to attack the bomb train. This time, a bit more passive with it.
Yeah, he was close a huge number of times, so maybe that's what he's thinking. Like, surely here in overtime, it'll be a little bit different. We'll see if he could do it or not. Even getting in behind the E-box this early on is actually kind of cool. A lot to be done with it. There was the flashbang to set it up for him, but doesn't see anyone, and Dupree will execute him instead. That is, I mean, wow, it's been a rough game for Ethan.
Again, that play just took too long to come to fruition. There's no one that's able to help him. They're smoked out in T-mid. No one can even cover for that peek from Dupree. He's able to do that with no fear of being traded off.
Man, what's the plan now for NRG? they had Astralis up against the ropes for a large part of this game, but I'm not sure if this is going to be quite enough. Device ready in case anybody wants to peek. Breeze did have a deagle down there, but maybe they're going to pull in Cirque instead. Can he take the fight? Can he win it? Missed chance there. Device down on the low ground instantly. 38 seconds, and they're going to go for this B-bomb side one more time, but Glaive down here. They're going to try and see if they can run him down. The flashbang actually would have maybe done it for them. The bomb is going to get planted. A quick trade there as Breeze goes down. Cirque, who's been such a force in this round, might have to do it again. He's up at the high ground with the AWP, and let's see if he can hold this bomb plant. He gets Device, and now it's a 2-on-3 as the Danes move a little bit closer, trying to see if they can end this map right here, right now. Cirque covering for the flank. Tarek down on the low ground. Another kill for Cirque. Make it a triple. And now Tarek, not been a great map for him either. And he's going to be going down, leaving it all up to Cirque. And no one defusing the bomb yet. He sees one up. He flicks. He gets the kill. Now a quad. Can he save it? Can he get the double OT? Cirque, you've got to be kidding me. He takes down every single one. An absolutely magnificent play.
What a beast. The offer, it's exceptional. Just baiting out shots. He knew he had to watch the flank. That's got to be so crushing for Astralis. They seemed in control. And that's what they need out of Cirque. He's been their second best player up to this point of the Major. But this game has been phenomenal from him. These AWP kills, doing everything for NRG. He got all 5 kills. He got an ace.
He got the ace. He aced his way into double overtime. That's what it takes, isn't it? That's so beautiful.
And you don't normally see that out of Cirque. He is much more laid back and calm.
Yeah.
But that'll get anyone hyped up.
Forget the high five. Just give him a kiss or something. That was just fantastic.
A nice slobbery kiss.
Absolutely, yeah. Tongue and everything. Now, it's Magus on 31 and Cirque on 31 after that ace. My God, what a delight. Well, now it's double overtime, so we can get to enjoy this a little bit more.
Yeah, soak it in.
I love it.
A lot of people hoping this game with NRG taking down Liquid just yesterday. And obviously the story of Astralis. People hoping this game would deliver, and map 1 has certainly done that. Remember, that as well was what? That was low economy. They had a couple pistols mixed in there as well.
Yep.
Double op setup for this defensive side. Magisk with 1. Both ops now in the outer bomb site. Usually we see Device and Magisk split them up between A and B, but here they are, both defending the yard. Is Stanislav locked in?
Does he know it? I don't know if he knows, but it's all paying off, and he's not moving.
He might know. Oh, is Magisk going to come up next? No way. Okay, there's the kill. But Stanislav almost able to find a double in the same position. That actually pulls Magisk a bit out of it, though. So if Cirque holds this...
He's such a cool player, isn't he, Stan? Like, just unaffected by any of this pressure, it feels like. 4 versus 4 now. And 30 seconds. And talking a lot about the time. The timer just running down, and I'm starting to get worried again for just that. Nice boost over at Ivy. That's a very good idea, but somehow Magus able to find the kill anyway. 20 seconds now. They need to get in here and get the bomb plant down. They're simply going to run out of time yet again. Dupree coming in with the flank. Tarek with a massive double kill to take down Device and Magus, but 10 seconds on the clock. They need to move, and that's going to be risky now. Oh, he goes for it. Cancels the plant. Tarek, who's been absent for a lot of the game now, coming up with a huge triple.
Tarek and Ethan, the 2 players who have been the lower performers for NRG, that is a brilliant sequence for them to win. Even the kill onto Ethan, even though he's traded off immediately, it gives Tarek the information that Xyp9x is committed to the bomb site. He can afford to fake that plant. If Xyp9x is deeper in connector, he might not fake it whatsoever. 19-18, NRG still fighting in this game. And Astralis, you might not think it, but you look at the money, as we know with the 10K and MR3 and overtime, they'll run out if they lose this round.
A real good chance here for NRG to inflict some heavy damage. Device, last time, this almost backfired, the idea of playing on the edge with the AWP, but...
I think this is much more of a gap.
It is more of a gap, but again, it's a missed shot and you're in trouble. He's going to be slowly backing off. And now running back. Ooh, Tarek. He thought about that for a second, didn't he?
What a tight angle to go up against an Opera, but he's unscoped. Device is getting away with a couple here. There's the peak. There's Breeze, who goes down. Not even the first out of the sky. Device misses the opportunity. Tarek with A big kill combined with Ethan. He's still alive, and now Device. Those are just easy ones for him, but Stanislav pushing up. Circa's going to get the bomb planted. He's going to hold for it right now. He wants Tarek to have a chance to do something, but his position is exposed. They know exactly where he is, and it's Device again. The AWPer from Astralis responding. Circ had an ace to force double overtime, and Device looking for an ace here in this second round of double OT.
Well, they're already going to be on the bomb really, really quickly. It's going to be tricky for Cirque to do much of anything. He clutched it last time. This time it's not going to be possible. Dupree will get the kill, and Device recommitting to the bomb here. So Astralis buying themselves a much-needed round. As you said, the economy would have been somewhat broken. They pick up another AWP. Surely they don't want 3, do they? Maybe.
We'll find out. They had 3 scouts.
They did.
It feels like a lot of these rounds at NRG is part of the reason why the clock is running so low. It feels like they are a little bit scared of the ops on the Astralis side. They're using a lot of utility to get into position for attack, and so much so at times that when you see them when there's 20 seconds left, there's not a lot of flashbangs. There's not a lot of Molotovs and smokes left to actually get to the bomb sites themselves.
Okay. That looked much quicker on Device screen than it did on from the other side, so still a good shot. It is last round of the first half of second overtime. New number to get to is 22. Yeah, grenade, double drop, Dupree up close. That's a pretty good way to counter that, although he does still go down. But the Molotov will do a fair bit to Ethan, and he's going to have to back all the way out. More smoke there to make sure that he couldn't get grenaded out. And Device just playing behind it now.
That was close, though. Dupree almost just made a massive winning play for his team. If he got both of those kills, that would have been the bomb trapped in ladder room.
Oh, you're right.
And that would have been an absolute nightmare for NRG. They just narrowly avoid it. Sipnik's alone at the inner site. Both ops still outside and actually very close to each other. Device at green, Train Magisk at the end of Ivy.
Sip down at that off angle again at the B bomb site. It is really, really effective angle, especially if you've got someone with you.
Well, every time he's done this, he's had an AWPer behind him. Twice it's been Device, now it's Magisk.
He's actually standing up on the wall, I think, isn't he? Yeah. A little bit further back. That's pretty cool. 35 seconds. Enough time here for NRG, but they do need the entry. The smoke, they're going to be jumping right through it. Surely Sip might actually be in a little bit of trouble here. They're going to make the cross even without any grenades, but Stanislaus so far up. Are they going to expect it? Now they definitely know. And now he is actually in a bit of trouble. Sip will get one, but Stanislaus still alive to get the double kill with the bomb plant as well. What a huge play. And now he's pushing forward. Device will take him down, a 2-on-2. Cirque up in the back with the AWP and Breeze down on the bomb side with the AK. That flashbang is godlike. Breeze, no chance at all. And now Cirque, how do you do this? How do you get back to stop the defuse? He's going to have to be very aggressive with the sniper. They know where he is exactly, and Device going to be peeking him and taking him down. That is so quick on that rifle. Device, who's been looking, I think, a bit hesitant with the rifle, but now starting to feel it a little bit again.
He certainly got into it from when we saw a couple things in the first half. And that might have been the easiest shot that Cirque was presented with in some time, and he's not able to get it fast enough. 20-19 in the favor of Astralis. 2 rounds on their CT side. A double O team looking for 22 to get the victory.
Yeah, they are. And that was a big step in the right direction there for Astralis.
I actually, in some ways, it's crazy to me that Astralis is able to come back and win this round after the balls of steel by Stanislav to just push all the way up that upper ramp and actually combine it with Ethan, who's pushing towards that oil train, that high train.
Yeah.
Gets a double kill that deep into the bomb site, and you feel like that should seal like 9 out of 10 rounds.
I feel like every time we watch Stan play, he's just making these plays, like all the time. It's actually just, you know, it's interesting, it's exciting.
Welcome to the 30-plus kill club. Stanislav and Cirque for NRG, and Magisk and Device for Astralis.
Really starting to step it up now. Here we go. Second half, second overtime. First map still in the best of 3, so there's much more of this kind of madness to come. Hang around no matter what. Expecting maybe a rush, and it certainly would have been ready for it with the grenade in hand, but not going to get anything just now. Limited on the information, I suppose, for NRG. Tarek, the most forward probably at the moment. Oh, a flashbang. They're going to set it up very quickly. Stanislaw now, he's actually in a fair bit of trouble. Got to be trying to fall back into the bomb side. Might get shot at the back. Glaive is right behind him. Meg is going to get the kill on Tarek. And if Stan goes down, this might just be the round. He's going to get a single kill, but he might have needed a slight bit more than that. And they've got to worry about the economy too here, NRG.
Yeah, they might have to save it. Breeze can't do anything. Yeah, back away now. Cirque, just run back. You don't want anything to do with this round. As Astralis just pushes forward to destroy them. Yeah, that time Stanislaw didn't have any real help with him whatsoever. He was very isolated at that inner bomb site. Cirque, you could see Astralis already hunting. They know the implications of the economy in overtime. So Cirque, he's been spotted out. There's nowhere to go. 21-19, Astralis, 2 chances to close out this first map.
Yeah, 2 really, really big shots to finally crack this one and put us into the second map. Honestly, this has been a real delight to watch. We knew, I mean, we knew that NRG, the skill that's on this lineup is just outrageous. And obviously Astralis, well, they're Astralis, so it was all set up. But even sometimes when you see it on paper, it doesn't work out that way in the server, right?
That's not how a lot of people are operating with Astralis, though, into this tournament, is that they're not themselves at the moment. And this is kind of us showing that they still got some of that magic, able to come back. Remember, this was a 10-5 first half in the favor of NRG on the T side. Stanislaw going to be called upon again with his AWP. First kill, Zipnik's round in the corner. Magic's going to try his luck, and he's got much better luck. Maybe it's not even luck. He just wrecked him. Side swipes him into the face, and Cirque with the response. Very chaotic and aggressive round for Astralis, and it's not going their way.
It is really not here. 2 on 4. That's going to make things very hard. The device will pick up Cirque, and that's at this point in the game, that's a huge kill to be getting. That also eliminates the AWP, so maybe Dupree could do a bit more down here on the low ground with that rifle. He's flanking around. He might have actually done something truly amazing here. Tarek, though, right up close to the smoke, and they need Dupree to open this up. Good read from Breeze. He saw that coming, but he's still going to lose the fight, and now they've traded places. Device is going to be going down last, and that's 21-20, and a chance for triple overtime here if NRG could pick up the next round.
Again, playing from behind and having to win multiple rounds to force yourself into the next stage.
And that's, I don't know. Now it's getting real crazy.
This is when it always gets scrappy.
Yeah, I think especially if
out
you're
of tactics, and you're kind of making things up on the fly based off what you've seen.
Yeah, but that's really the point, isn't it? Especially if you're an in-game leader. It's already kind of rough if you have to wait for 30 rounds, or sorry, if you have to sort of think about the 15 rounds that they've just played. And you have to think, what did they actually do? What was their defense like on those 15 CT sides? But now it's becoming even more, and you just lose track eventually, don't you?
I think what's crazy to see is Astralis just called their 3rd timeout. They still have 1 more.
Yeah.
The benefit of being able to adjust on the fly.
They were counting on the triple overtime.
Yeah, they knew it was coming.
It's probably going to be that triple overtime. Let's wait for it.
Well, we'll see what they come up with in that timeout.
I'm hearing a Let's Go Astralis chant.
Yeah, from 7 very powerful Astralis fans.
They do love it, don't they? Maybe it's Glaive's brother who's made his way here as well. Some cheering section. Cirque, close with the AWP. That seems incredibly risky. Gonna disappear back through the smoke. Tarek actually revealing his position there, and yeah, he's gonna get back as well, otherwise that might end badly. Cirque still aggressive. Breeze to take down Magus. This is such a brilliant start. We might actually get that triple OT. Zip trying to push out, but he gets blocked by the grenade a bit, and Cirque will take him down.
It's crazy to me that actually with 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, Astralis saw that aggression far before. What? Did you get that through smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, as if that's a normal thing that happens every day. Like, Astralis saw the aggression. They saw Cirque push up. They heard the shot. They heard Tarek's shots along that wall, and they actually went right at it. They attacked it through a lot of utility very early in the round. Glaive and Device to try and recover. Device with the AWP being patient in towards Team Mid. Glaive needs to find Ethan. He spots the shoulder. He knows that's a kill. That's an isolated fight that he has to take. One of the best chances he would have gotten. The bomb is all the way back in T-spawn, so Device is pretty much committed to just finding whatever kills he can, and it's not going to happen. He goes down. Breeze and NRG take us to triple overtime.
Well, now we're really all in, aren't we? 35 kills on Magus, 36 on Cirque, so they're having their own little battle at the top. But everybody else is not really that far behind. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they thought that if we can get Tarek or Cirque up close, then the whole sort of defense just collapses, and they were sort of thinking, oh, okay, they've overextended, but it didn't really turn out that way. And you're absolutely right. Then it just sort of looks like they're trying to force something that isn't there for them to really take.
But those are the things you get lured into when you get to these overtimes. That's why we always mention it gets scrappy, because there are some calls that are made in the heat of the moment that just seem a bit crazy from the outside. It might have been just an overcommitment to whatever plan they had in that timeout. 21-21. Now we're looking for 25. This is just map 1.
And it's just map 1. What a delight. Early grenade to tank up Device a tiny bit. Glaive with a headshot, though, to take down Ethan. That's
in ladder room. I believe Ethan lost that fight earlier to Dupree as well.
Yeah, trying to spray through. Maybe that's what happened.
Good, very well.
Well, there's blood on the wall there, so yeah. We've got evidence. Called the CSI team.
Yeah. Tarek at E-Box and Cirque outside, and they need to do something. It's so difficult to defend with just 2 players, and I think that's why you're seeing Tarek slowly creep in and get this position in T-mid. And with both of them in here, I mean, Cirque can kind of turn around and peer towards the outside yard if they know something's coming out of Ivy. Bomb rotating towards inner. This could actually end up being a split. Down Ivy through CT spawn to that inner bomb site. 2 players. It could just be Glaive is going to abandon this and eventually lurk.
But look at Tarek and Cirque. They're actually moving forward. Oh, God. This whole round is on some kind of a weird timer now where you don't know who's going to be getting the upper hand. It does seem like it's going to be some sort of a B split. But who's going to get there first? Tarek is now flanking around up through the holes. 30 seconds left. He's going to have to be quick, but not too quick to make noise. I don't know. This is on a knife's edge right now. And Tarek seems like he's got the right idea. He's got the right read. He sees them falling down into the bomb site. 18 seconds on the clock. Device going to pick up 1 kill. Breeze goes down. Oh, God, no. He doesn't get the timing. It can't be real. They set it all up. They had all the info. Astralis were the ones in the blind here. And somehow it all crumbles anyway.
NRG did everything perfect in a 4-on-5 except get the kills. That's the last piece of the puzzle. Tarek just needed one kill between the 2 defenders to give him that time to come in for the flank.
Man.
And the fact that he even takes the shot and gives, like, he still could have had impact if he just kept pushing forward, but so hard to hold your nerve when you turn that corner. Heartbreaking. 22-21 in the favor of the Danes.
It's crazy to imagine that the time of that kind of thing more or less starts when they start to push.
Oh my God, Glaive might assassinate 2. Glaive might assassinate 2. They're not looking. No one's checking this angle. There's the first, and he transfers to the second. From bad to worse for NRG. And Astralis with a commanding opening round of overtime number 3.
Yeah, that is absolutely huge. 25 rounds is what you need now to try and win it. Wouldn't mind quad OT. Now we're in.
Yeah, it might as well.
Now we're
here.
Double AWP being invested into by NRG, but that is all of their money being used here. That is the full extent of it. So they have to make this work. Otherwise, Astralis are going to probably get 3 rounds here in third overtime. Stan, he's been very successful with that play, but this time doesn't work out. Glaive going to lose the fight to Ethan, so a bit of revenge for the last time over at Pop Dog. I
love that play from Device. You get that kill and just go down to lower ramp and just hold it for your teammates. Dupree goes down outside. Magisk is coming in late with the bomb, and actually Breeze rotates over. Now it's Zipnix who's got to hold on to it. There were so many openings it felt for Astralis, and they all closed so quickly. Magisk is going to get this plant.
Well, Tarek's far away, though. Quite far away, in fact. That could become an issue. Let's see how quick he's going to be to get here. They have a kit on every single player, and a Molotov also left on Ethan, so keep your eyes on that, ladies and gentlemen. 22-21 here, and everything on the line right now for NRG. This is their economy that we're talking about. Magus looking away at the wrong time, and that almost got him killed. Now they're trying to flash their way in. There's a good grenade to try and force them out, but he get the kill regardless. And Ethan has an HE sip. He should be going down no matter what. It'll be Cirque instead to take him, and that's a huge win for NRG. They are going to be having a bit of a sigh of relief that they could pick up this round.
I feel for Magisk in that scenario. He got timinged. He got that classic timing we all know about, looking for the player to come over the top of that smoke onto the train. As soon as he looks away, Ethan comes into his vision. 22-22, and for NRG, that's brilliant because you avoid the disaster of only having pistols in that third round. Double ops. 3 players on NRG now in the 30+ kills. Same with Astralis. Very, very even game in so many different ways.
Yep, in scores and in kills and in everything else. It's been so enjoyable. Maybe one of the best games so far, at least that we've casted. Stanislaw on the edge over there, still with the AWP. So he was going to get this last round before they switch halves. Bomb dropped far back, and Astralis setting up down at Ivy. A little bit of main, a little bit of brown holes and Pop Dog over there. So could very well end up a 3-way split onto the A-bomb side. And Tarek now pushing in. Now, this is huge. If they can find the kill on the pre, or even if they can't, if they can just hold A main for a while, that's going to be interesting.
Breeze actually cheating over towards inside. They call a rotation. They want Cirque with the AWP outside. Breeze to line up inside with Stanislaw. That might be to get aggressive. It wouldn't surprise me, but they obviously didn't want 2 ops at that one bomb site. Tarek is still waiting. Cirque guarding Ivy from behind. And again, we know this can be in a very effective defensive setup, but we also know it can crumble. If the wrong player dies at the wrong time, there's no way to really adjust this setup and lock it down.
Big grenade, but Ethan's still winning the fight against Glaive and goes for the follow-up. Nearly could have had it. 25 seconds. If he'd had that second one, that would have been it for sure. But Tarek in a good corner right here, and Dupree complete surprise. That's the bomb and nearly the double. Great play from Tarek in this round, and that will be another round, a 23rd on the board for NRG. They just need 2 more.
And it's 41 kills for Cirque with that triple kill. He is having such an outstanding opening map. We mentioned him as one of those players in this matchup that has to deliver, and he's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic, hasn't it? The ace to put them into double OT, triple, I can't remember now. One of the overtimes.
Double.
It's been great.
I got you.
You got me. You guys, thanks. Man, this has been really something. Astralis would need to win all 3 rounds here on the CT side. NRGs need 2 on their T side right now, or quad overtime.
Or quad overtime. And as we mentioned, we're already here. Might as well go for it.
Yeah, now everybody's, feeling it, feeling the excitement of it. You want to keep the momentum rolling. And it is still just map 1, which you are losing track.
I would have
Nuke on the second one.
No other way for a spot in the top 8 of a major.
It's fitting.
Tarek has the spawn. He's going to go for a shot. We haven't seen him with the op yet, but he's got... Oh, my Lord. He is so committed. It's going to pay off. That's beautiful. What a time to pull that out.
Always thinking about the content, isn't he? And surely that was some of it right there. Tries to go for the follow-up, and Glaive will turn it around and sip, and also Device, and they just get absolutely crushed. Oh, God. They had it all lined up, didn't they?
Every time they get something good, it's just torn right back. Too much of a good thing.
I guess so. They got a little bit too hyped. It was a beautiful opening from Tarek.
It was great.
Maybe it was so good that they couldn't even capitalize on it quick enough. They were like, oh God, he's already got the kill. We need to go.
He's so hyped up.
Always
so hyped up.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
I just have to imagine the stress that goes along with that when you're just watching. Here we go, fast-paced Breeze, dropped by Magisk. Cirque not able to get involved. E-Box declining him vision of Glaive, who is just waiting. Molotov to force him into the open, so Cirque's got to back away, and he's got danger from the other angle. And again, Astralis just respond perfectly to the early pressure, much like last round. Early pressure gets swept aside, and then it's just all Astralis. Stanislaw, the only player left in a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, this is an absolutely incredible response, isn't it, from the Danish side? 1 health left as they tag him through the smoke, and they're walking around the back as well.
Knife.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, but apparently not. Dupree actually got the shot through. I don't know if Glaive would have knifed him, but...
I wonder what would happen. I wonder how Astralis would react if one of those guys tried to knife someone in triple overtime at the major.
It's hard to... I mean, I don't know.
I think something would break. Probably Zipnik's. I think you just see his head do some kind of computer glitch twist. Just maybe snap to the left.
Maybe Sonic would just put someone in a chokehold, just do one of those triangle chokes on him.
Just lift him up by the chair and throw him to the other side of the room.
Lock it down.
24-23, NRG again fighting just to stay alive. It was what, 4 rounds they had to win in a row in regulation to force overtime. I think in the first overtime they had 2 chances to close it out that they've...
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't it?
No, because Cirque got the ace. It was, yeah, whatever. They've been fighting to stay alive this whole damn time, essentially.
And now it might not be enough. Ethan gets tagged early on. Dupree playing close to the drop, and oh, that is so dangerous. Magus pushing past the smoke to try and get that kill. 3 of them down at Ivy. Ooh, Dupree actually getting a little bit caught by the Molotov at least. But it all comes down to this here. It's either quad OT for NRG to pick up this round, or Astralis will finally put a close to it here on Train, which is only the first map. Nuke obviously going to be the second one. Glaive slowly coming up the ladder, exposing his back a bit to Ivy, hoping that the smoke will hold, and it will. And they're going to smoke it off instead. We'll see what happens here. Glaive has a very powerful position to look over the smoke, going to be doing a bit of damage, but not getting the kill yet. Calling it in for Magus. Even the information is huge, but he misses the chance, and he's going to get run down. The C set 75 and 30 seconds on the clock. A sip goes down after a single kill, and Device just has to fall back. Great kill on Cirque for Glaive. That is huge, and Device waiting all the time up here, dropping the bomb at 20 seconds, and now it's a 2-on-3 and 3 overtimes. That might be all we get here, because now NRG are in trouble. Breeze, he's got the 1 headshot there on Device, but Dupree, he's creeping in close with the M4. I don't think they know that he's this close to the bomb site. He's looking the wrong way, and he's going to get shot down. Are they going to do it after all? Dropping down, and there it is! Quad overtime as Breeze barely saves them. What a ridiculous round.
There's some very uncharacteristic situations that round for Astralis. I think the most critical one, somehow Zipnik's never reacted to Magic's information that he saw 3 in spawn. When he went down, Zipnik still just outside of connector, looking towards the bomb site. Never spun, never moved. And you can see Magic's, his voice, his lips moving in the cams.
Yeah.
Communicating. And that communication was just one way. That gave them the access to the bomb site, and it means a lot. Quadruple overtime.
Wow. Man, that was... It doesn't really get much closer than that. It's really taken something for NRG to force some of these overtimes. Ace with the AWP, this one was...
In that round and this previous one were with 2 pistols, because it's the 3rd round where they lost the first 2. They've been doing it with a diminished... Oh, I think the Shadow, if he has the Shadows enabled, he might have seen that. It's very faint. He's waiting for the peak. Device not going to give it to him just yet. There's the smoke.
Yeah, I think he definitely knew. Tiny bit of grenade damage, but wow, this is getting real crazy now. 28 rounds now, what we need to find someone to win it. Just keep counting, you know?
Just add 4.
Yeah, it's not as hard as we're making it seem. Just trying to stay friendly in case we've got any new viewers who've new to the world of Counter-Strike thinking, you know, what's all the hype about? This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Magic taking a shot, but not sticking around. Pulled the trigger very fast after getting blind. Didn't want to risk anything. But still, this is one of those rounds from NRG where they spread out very, very much, and they don't have a lot of information. And by the time they get that information, there's not going to be a whole lot of it left. A whole lot of time left for them to make it to the bomb site. 35 seconds.
It's been a real issue, at least in my mind, for a while. Stanislaw goes down. He's been rock solid, but that was a time where they maybe did need him to get an opening kill. Cirque has also been way off the charts here. Magus will take down Breeze, 19 seconds, and Device will take down a player, Ethan, over there with a little bit of team damage. I'm not sure how, but Tarek goes down next, and it all just falls apart in this round. Not much of an offense being put up here by NRG.
It's a problem. Astralis is so good at using the clock, and they realize on defense, if you're going to be executing on them at 30 seconds, and in some way, they're going to be very aggressive and rotating over because they know you have to stop to take the fight.
Yeah.
They're not going to let you comfortably get into the bomb site with 8 seconds left. But if you're NRG now, I mean, those slow rounds haven't really been too effective, even in regulation. But even in overtime now, the fast rounds aren't working either. Running out of options. And some of the wins we've seen from NRG in overtime have been very, very desperate. There's only so long you can live off incredible individual and Herculean efforts.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? You feel like another one of those rounds where all they have left is pistols, and that just might not hold any longer. We'll find out. They are grouping up outside of the B-bomb site. Device and Sip for a minute there were shuffling around trying to figure out their positions, and if you can hit a bomb site when the defense is doing that, that's going to make a big difference here. Now they got to be a bit careful. Some grenades landing on the ramp. Are they just going to go right through? It feels like they will. The Molotovs are already in, and they are pushing down through the smoke and flashing their way in. They line up right in front of Sip, and he's going to take down 3. That should be enough for those. Stan is so quick to get the double in return that I don't want to call it just yet.
Ethan with the op, though. The bomb is still here. 50 seconds. If Stanislav can find this on the flank, Dupree, if he's too committed, Stan is waiting for this. And there's the headshot that opens up the escape route. They can actually fall all the way back to that A bomb site. No one is there for Astralis. You can see Magisk is rotating over right now because he's being kept honest. And Ethan looking for this 1 kill, but he's got to be so careful. He knows Device with an op is around, and he's just missing the information. Not enough of a peek to grab that.
Stan was thinking about it, but now he's back here. A little bit of a jump up. Device might have seen it. Almost gets that mid-air. That would have really been something. He's got the smoke. Magus got a Molotov. Oh, a little bit too much of a sidestep there for Ethan, leaving Stan alone to try and get an ace to clutch it. That would really be something. We've already had everything here. But Stanislaw, can he do it here for NRG? A smoke, a flashbang up on the high ground, and he's just waiting inside of it. Is he trying to play the ultimate mind game? Now out of the smoke and back in again. Magus will take him down. He really tried to make that work, but it will be Astralis to pick it up here. A first round in quad overtime.
He gave up on that spam rather quick. I thought he would have been able to transfer the lineup. Once he got out of the smoke, he could see where he was along the bomb train, but he was probably more worried about that second player. This was cool. I just referenced a round or two ago the communication of Magisk over to Zipnix, and you could see it on the player cam, and Zipnix didn't react. This time you could see Zipnix calling for the flashbang from Device. Yeah. He's calling the utility being used. He's calling for the flashbang. It nets him a triple kill.
Yeah, you dream of having moments like that, maybe especially if you're playing quad overtime at the Major. That always is a little bit of a boost. And so much money again spent for NRG. Again, we said it, surely, eventually that's going to be a problem. Shadow showing there. And Stanislaw able to do a fair bit of damage to Dupree.
I think Glave's going to come and trying to get him out of this position. A better angle for that fight. Stanislaw felt the danger and just backed out. Again, just the default setup for NRG with Ethan and Tarek towards box halls. Sometimes they've taken it delayed. But these are the rounds when you see them start with this setup. If they don't go quick enough, this is where they start running out of time.
Couple of grenades there that don't really do much, but might be worth the effort anyway. Yeah, this time they're moving a bit quicker, I guess, down Ivy.
Well, they have another problem. 3 smokes and 3 flashbangs to get into a bomb site to win this round. To avoid having to win, to have 3 match points for Astralis, or map points.
Grenade, oh, that might chase them down. Actually does a fair bit. The breeze, they try and make it around the back line. They've already done something like this, so I'm guessing Astralis are going to be a little bit quicker to react. They definitely know what's coming now. Device up here on the other side of the smoke with a deagle. Oh, turning around is Sippy. Had the right idea, but now Device is in trouble. The flashbang, though, they line up for the deagle. Oh, no, that is the bomb with 20 seconds. You're absolutely right. Over. Surely this is not how they're going to lose this round. That would be devastating. A smoke on top as well. 15 seconds on the clock. They're desperate right now, NRG. They need this round. Everything rides on it. And Stan to the rescue. Taking down Device and leaving Glaive in a 1 versus 3. And they're going to go for it. They win the round regardless. Outrageous scenes with 2 seconds left.
I cannot believe they actually won that. That is so incredible. They had to be so aggressive. And those are the rounds we talk about. Those are the ones you can't rely on, but that's the 3rd time they've had one. It's so insane. Device, I thought he did everything perfect. Dropping the bomb, dropping a smoke as well. (26-25).
Man, this is crazy, isn't it? There was so little time left.
How is NRG holding on to this game?
I don't know, but again, it's hard to judge who's going to be more devastated, you know, giving it up. This is NRG's map pick. And Nuke is the second map.
How is Astralis still have a timeout? 4th timeout.
4 timeouts, 4
overtimes, yeah.
They're just, they are playing some 4D chess, aren't they?
Just always a step ahead.
getting to the middle of the strat book for Sonic now. I'm just thinking, I just got plenty more.
I still got like 15 pages left. We're not worried.
Guys, what do we do when we play the 17th overtime? Got that covered too, don't worry. Double orb for NRG. We'll see what happens now. Second half here, 2 rounds for Astralis, and they'll finally find a way to put us onto nuke 3 in a row for NRG. And that's absolutely doable. Stanislaw again. Yeah, I think he's had one time where that didn't work out, but otherwise he's been great over on that high ground at B to get the kill on device. And Glaive got very low.
He got destroyed over in ladder room, so this is the best start NRG could possibly hope for. All 4 players for Astralis lining up to, looks like attack outside, but with that smoke down towards ladder room, Zipnix wants to clear out box halls first. It's pretty superficial. They don't want to risk another life to Stanislaw's op, but Glaive is going to have to stay far back with the AWP of his own, passed off from device. And Tarek has been in this position multiple times.
Ready with the org in case they show up. 50 seconds on the clock now for Astralis, but because Glaive is so low, you have to imagine they're going to be feeling just a little bit uncomfortable right now. 40 seconds now. The Danes slowing this down. Meg is going to be setting up with a smoke and a couple of flashbangs. Tarek, huge success early on, taking down Glaive. It's a pretty good return for Dupree, but 30 seconds, they are slowly running out of time as well, and they haven't made that much progress on the site. As Sip goes down, Cirque and Sand, the double orb just absolutely working out brilliantly in this round.
They even had a player flanking in from the inner bomb site who's going to come through ladder rooms. Even if they got the kills, that was about to be lockdown defense from NRG. All tied up. Double op setup for NRG still. Those ops have been great on this CT side. But basically the only way on their defensive sides they've been able to find, you know, those picks, those early picks in the round.
Yeah.
You haven't seen like too much rifle aggression anywhere. But the ops peeking into choke points have been pretty effective.
So early default nades going outside.
Look at the interplay. This setup hasn't been seen yet by Astralis. How well can Zipnix and Device neutralize this? Not well. Cirque gets the opening kill, and he covers his teammate's retreat. Ethan has no reason to peek the upper ramp, just to nade out to do some follow-up damage on the Device. Another phenomenal start for NRG.
Yeah, things really shaping up now. Dupree trying to get some control back, but Cirque and Stan, again, that double orb is just so powerful.
And Cirque hustled to get outside after that opening kill at the lower ramp.
He really did. Tarek joining into the fun. Now it's all on Magisk, and he's going to get completely overwhelmed. 27 rounds, 1 more for NRG, and they will take it in quad overtime against Astralis. Or Astralis could win it, and we'll go to 5 overtimes.
Quintuple.
Is that what it's called?
I hope so, now that I've said it.
I'm desperately praying it isn't. I want your inbox to just be filled with 100 people who could Google it and saying, you're wrong, Moses.
I kind of do too. Krieg on Zipnix, Dupree and Glaive on the AKs, Device and Magisk on the Deagles. Man, we said you couldn't rely on those heroic rounds. NRG have done it, and then finally in this half of overtime, they have looked phenomenal. Here's another pick with the op. Stan can't flick it fast enough over. He's going to go back for more, though. He's crazy.
Yeah, I think he actually might be
He's
crazy.
gone a bit mad in this overtime.
You always suspected with that calm face, just immune to all pressure, that maybe there was something slightly off, but...
Those are always the ones that worry you, aren't they?
They are always the one that worry me, but...
What worries me is Stan's the only one here. He's smoked off.
Oh, no.
He has no way to get involved in this round, and they're rotating over very late.
Oh, how do you deal with this? That's so rough, but Stan, crazy or not, he's certainly unbelievably talented, taking down Glaive with the AWP in spite of everything. This is all on this one. NRG, 4 more kills, and they'll be able to do it. Or the Stan does finally go down. Ethan with the flank, and he takes down Magisk. That's big news. The bomb, it's been planted really early on, and they know where Ethan is. Cirque trying to guess through the smoke. Breeze goes down, and Cirque up close. A missed shot here could cost him his life. Ethan is down, and now it's a 2-on-2, and there's not that much time left on the bomb. Cirque sneaking in. He sees Sip, he gets the kill right underneath, and that's ridiculous. And now Device up on the high ground, the only one that can hold on to it. He's going to get the 1 kill. Cirque inside the bomb.
Oh, no.
Defusing, and he goes down. 5 overtimes.
He did not have even close to that lineup. The Deagle swap and the desperation back and forth. How do both of these teams... Again, it's the two pistols that Astralis have come out on top with right at the end. I can't believe it. Nice attempt from Tarek to try and time his peak with the smoke pluming. What a grueling affair on this opening map.
Well, this is turning into a really outrageous affair, isn't it? For those who can't do the math, 31 is now the number. Keep pushing it. I don't even know. I can't even make like any reasonable comments about what someone should do now.
No, it's all out the window. It's all out the window. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Freeze time coming to an end. Cirque with the op. This time Stanislaw, he opened up the last overtime. That second CT half. With plenty of opening picks with that AWP. It was so impactful, and he goes away from it, trying to mix up the looks he's giving Astralis. Again, he's going to be the only player at that inner bomb site, close up on the low ramp.
Aegis was a big opening. The follow-up is nearly there. Tarek scrambling to get away from the fight, a retreating fight that he wins against Dupree. That is such a big play. And Sip out here, not spotting out Stan. That looked like Astralis had found a big key to win the first round here, but it all gets shut down. Tarek, who's really come alive here in the 5th overtime or 4th overtime.
Well, the good thing as well is that Ethan's caught up also. Like, Ethan struggled through a lot of this, and he's obviously still not doing great, but he's picked it up to a massive degree when compared to regulation. So enough time has been spent. Now he can start feeling like he's having an impact. 28-27. And those are the kind of scrappy rounds that we get in these overtimes, is where I don't think Astralis ever really wanted to commit to that, but they saw an opportunity to pounce on a player that might have been a little bit out of position.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're absolutely right. People just try and make any kind of a play work that hasn't just been drilled in time and again, because going back to some of the plays you've made many times, I mean, that could also be very readable at this point. Stan in trouble. There's no one there to help him out. Ooh, that was not exactly what we've seen from him before.
No, that one looked a little bit silly, but he's been great otherwise, especially with the AWP. So Tarek and Ethan again in a 4-on-5. We've seen Tarek push in towards T-Connector multiple times in these scenarios, and they're just going to get out of the vision of Magisk and Device, who are about to exit towards Ivy.
That's the whole A defense now in main, by the way. Cirque is maybe thinking about rotating back, but...
This time Tarek's going to keep pushing much earlier. And actually, Ethan's going to join him. I wonder, though. This is so dangerous. They obviously cannot possibly know the exit is coming from Ivy, but if they go in the wrong direction, there's no chance they can stop this round.
Wow.
There goes Tarek on the flank. Zipnix had seen that before. Ethan is stuck in towards T-Main where they know where he is, and another nice shot. Blistering headshot from Glaive.
Yeah, they're going to have to call Cirque's number yet again here to try and win this round. He's going to pick up the 1. And now a little bit more. Oh, he's not going to get it. Device and Glaive will be able to finish it. So hard to figure out where to stand once you are being attacked from that many angles. So Astralis picking up the 2nd round here in 5th overtime. 28-28. That was a very cool round from Astralis, like very measured. No panic at all this time. 48 on Cirque, 46 on Device. Who's going to get first to 50? That's what we're hoping for now, isn't it? 50 kills in a game?
I would love
One
that.
map.
I would really actually enjoy that. Ethan, actually look at Breeze. Breeze is the one getting aggressive down Ivy, right behind the smoke, but he's stopped. Behind the E-box, Ethan has gotten position inside ladder room, as we've seen a number of times, and again, Stanislaw alone towards inner. He has operated at times in this bomb site with very little support, and he doesn't have that AWP that he's been so effective with. Breeze is rotating back now, and actually all of the defense kind of sinking back towards the bomb train outside so they can have a faster rotation.
Ooh.
That's odd.
Ethan, I think, expecting to hear a flashbang or something before they go for it. Cirque is in so much trouble down here, but he's just going to dig himself out of it with the AWP taking down Glaive. Breeze now flanking out. This is looking like a great defense all of a sudden. Breeze and Stanislaw combining for a rock-solid hold here at the B-bomb side, and that'll be 29-28.
Breeze gets that double kill, but Stanislaw, again, a hero. Like,
yeah.
Device went down to Stanislaw, and that might have been the player to take out Breeze and prevent that from being an absolute catastrophe.
Wow. I mean...
It's just such thin margins every step of the way.
If Cirque dies by the E-box as well. Who knows?
Yeah, they don't even attack inside. They probably go outside. 29 to 28.
49 kills on Cirque. He's so close, isn't he?
He's going to get it, Anders. Don't you worry.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be first now. It would require something special for somebody to take that away from him. Let's go first to 100, Moses. See if we can get there.
All right, I'll see you in like 20th overtime.
Yeah, we're getting close, aren't we, now to playing 2 maps or something on train for some reason.
I'm fine with it. We hadn't seen train in a while.
It's true. So we're getting our quota filled up now. Here we go. Second half of the 5th overtime here between NRG and Astralis on train. Only the first map in the best of 3. Nuke is the second one. Now NRG playing on the T side. They need 2 rounds. Nice shot from Device. Spots out the shoulder peak and is able to pick up the kill really quickly.
They've usually Molotov that and even sometimes flashed him back. That time, just an easy one for Device. Bree's going to start getting aggressive down Ivy. He's all alone. He wants to lurk it. There's no sign this is coming. No flashbangs, no smoke at the end. The question is, how bold is he? How much does he want to peek into that outer bomb site? And the answer is not much. Drops the smoke, throws the flashbang, wants to posture like it's a hit towards Ivy. But look at Device.
Whoa.
He's not fooled at all. He's rotated over to the inner bomb site, but what a boost! A triple boost, and that's the 50th kill for Cirque.
Yeah, well, you're going to get 50 kills on a map. Might as well make that one a stylish one. Triple boost to look all the way over, and at least that gives the information that 3 people were there at about 40 seconds, so they have a little bit to work with here. But is it going to be quite enough? They're now going back to main with the bomb. By the time they get here, it's going to be, again, close to the sort of 20-second mark, maybe even less for the bomb to go down. So a mistake right now could cost NRG the round in spite of that really, really cool kill. Dupree is holding up close, and that smoke goes down at 25 seconds. The bomb is now behind the smokestack. This is actually slightly devastating for NRG, and they call on Breeze to say, you need to open this up, because otherwise we can't really get through and open it. He does, taking down Clave and Dupree. What an unbelievable play. Magus goes down next, and they just make it work. God tier level out of Breeze here.
He had so many opportunities towards Ivy. Like, Astralis never really had eyes on that. Remember, he got all the way to the end of Ivy and even could have pounced way, way earlier. But obviously, this timing was so brutal, especially because so much attention from Astralis was on teammate, because they know that's where the main attack is going to come from. But way, way too much space. They lost track of him. And another round that's coming very close to running out of time. But Anders, NRG have 2 chances to close this out.
2 chances. Surely they can find the one and win their map pick here. A lot of grenades. And
my God.
They explode Dupree. That is beautiful. And Cirque with a kill on Sip. That must be what it takes.
Fair play. I'm very aroused off that play.
I could tell, Moses.
Magisk has to push up, and he's got the tag. Breeze is going to let him get away. Doesn't want to mess with the USP, but Magisk goes hunting for it. Got to be careful.
Man, the level of creativity, the level of play to bring down a team like Astralis, well, NRG, they apparently do have it. Glaive will drop to Tarek, and now Device, they're just throwing all the grenades. He goes down, and Magus get a 1 versus 5. This has been an absolutely titanic match so far, and NRG somehow, through 5 overtimes and all of regulation, summon the strength to bring down Astralis, and that means that we're going to end up on Nuke for the second map here at a best of 3. What a great game.
That's amazing from the NRG guys, and a taste of Astralis' own medicine, an unexpected nade stack. Dupree just gets wiped out at the same exact time Cirque the pick towards inner. That's mental. Cirque ends with 52 kills. I'm just trying to rack my brain for all the times that NRG had to have something special happen to keep them alive in these games throughout all the different overtimes. Regulation had to be 4 in a row. There was the Cirque ace to force another overtime. There was a second round in the overtimes where they had like 2 pistols on the T side. The fact that they sustained through all of that to come out on top is craziness.
Yeah, there were some thin margins at some point during that game. I mean, but what an enjoyable game that was. I mean, if you're new to Counter-Strike, this is why we watch the game. This is why we spend all of our time on it.
That's the one.
It's so good, isn't it? When it gets to that level, you have to love it. I really can't believe that they managed to eventually win it.
Well, here's the other danger of winning that map is if you feel too much like you just won, because that's going to feel like a very big victory.
Yeah.
I think the first thing you have to do if you're a part of the NRG org and you're not one of the players, is just be like, guys, just calm down, talk about Nuke. Don't even talk about the map. Let's move on. You got to focus on the next one. That's going to be a difficult thing to do. We'll see if they pull it off. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to get the desk and then that second map and hopefully conclude this series in a timely fashion.